in this stream more so than there's a plug. Oh no, there's a plug.
Did you say it was live?
It should be live. Rearrange my office again. Plug cables just literally on my lap.
Twitch is being an arse by the looks of it.
Well, Buddy being an arse.
Yeah, we've got audio on the stream.
Brilliant. Hello, Internet. We've got audio. I've got a skin. I made it myself. And now I'm going to VR. I'll be back in a few seconds in virtual reality.
You're looking very washed out on stream, very white. Or is that just the brightness on my thing?
I do think his bar of LEDs underneath the wheel does do some questionable things to the...
Yeah, you know, it looks like there's too much light there.
Yeah, the fact that the purple is coming up bright white.
What?
Oh, is it purple? I thought it was white.
The LEDs underneath your wheel, they look like there might be some kind of magenta-y purple, but they're bright white, and they're casting a weird glow on everything else.
Yeah, it's also quite bright in the room at the minute, but that won't last as the sun goes down, and in a minute I'm going to turn the projector off, because I'm in virtual reality.
No, it just looked a bit washed out on the stream. That was all.
Reality.
Eh?
Okay, so does it look any better if I do that? Or no difference at all? I've just dropped like 2,000 lumens from my ambient. This. Oh shoot, I'm not in 3D yet. I'm such a twit.
It does look a lot better. The purple, your kind of purple knees are a bit peculiar. But...
Well, that's how I roll. Options, screen. 3D.
Are we doing a couple of practice laps first, or?
We're just going to go when everyone's ready.
Okay, I'll just fistball about until we're ready then.
Let's start engine.
Is anyone else joining us tonight?
No, just
I'm bloody trying. I'm going to have to create another fucking account, aren't I?
Okay, I think I have to turn the projector on because I've got no movement on the... Oh, I haven't turned the motion platform on. I knew there was something. Can I reach it from here? Come on. Come on, you can do it. Oh no, I can feel it, but I can't see anything. So... I'm going to do it without falling out the chair. There we go.
So is that the second thing that you forgot?
No, I didn't forget. I just... I was testing.
Oh, okay. Is there a way to automatically centre my view on the steering wheel? Because when I'm looking left and right, it's pissing me about.
I don't know. I've no idea. This is why I specifically said to you, use one of the analog sticks. And you went, cool, I'll use the mouse. Alright then. Which is a device for no centering.
The thing is, I'm using the mouse because it's got my push to talk on it.
Well, then I put it to you to push to talk on the button on the keyboard. So well.
Will it work?
Well,
I didn't know I could program.
Why wouldn't it work?
What, I can program a Discord button to the steering wheel?
I mean, if you can't, there are ways to do it, like through Xpadder and things. Okay, so my motion's not perfect, but it will do. I want to get a little bit more lean, but I'm going to strap myself in.
So what is the actual range on that chair then? Have you got like 4-inch rams on it, or 2-inch rams, or what?
No, because it's not a linear actuator. That's why you can't hear it.
No.
Yeah, linear actuators are a difficult thing to say. Yeah, you can get motion chairs with linear actuators still. If I were to get this same chair with linear actuators, it would have less range, less power, less speed, and cost upwards of £15,000. It would start at £15,000.
No.
Linear actuators, they're very, very powerful and all that, but they're just not how this does it. This does it using it's not a windscreen wiper gear motor. That was how the prototype worked. It's a bespoke motor now, but have I broken my car? Oh my god. And then a gearbox. But specifically, in answer to your question, I've got 20 degrees range of motion in all axes with a 1G acceleration. And where's my keyboard?
Okay, so it's not like the old-fashioned rides that you used to get in arcades and shit that had like hydraulic rams.
Well,
and shit.
here's the fun fact. At Leeds Arcade, I am personally responsible for keeping the mechanics running on 12, maybe 10 motion arcade machines. Do you want to guess how many of them have got hydraulics in them? Of those 10.
What?
Tang.
0.
That was the name of one of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's pneumatics.
Really?
0. Yep, none of them did it. They were mostly, they were just motors. And until I got into, you know, the guts of one, I always
That skin looks awesome.
I always assume. Can you see my skin?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I can't see you.
Well, why don't
Yeah,
you hit? Why don't you hit
Oh
start race?
my god, how did I spin off?
I don't know. Why don't you hit start race then, Rob?
What do you mean start race?
Well, we're not in a race. We're just pissing about. If you hit Shift R or escape and then Shift race, start race.
So,
Okay.
I remember
Rob,
many years
don't
ago.
jump the lights.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Now I see your skin.
Cool.
It looks awesome, doesn't it?
That
Pretty
took me,
cool.
Took me nearly an hour to make that, did.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh shit! Forgot to
Sorry,
press gears.
sorry, Jay. What were you saying? Many years ago.
I went to Pleasurama, is it, down in Blackpool?
Pleasure Island.
Yeah, and they had a rocket simulator game, like where you could be an astronaut and all that sort of shit. I think it was on loan from one of the theme parks, and that had like 2 fucking great rams controlling it around the outside.
Yeah.
Like you was in the virtual reality.
Yeah, but those things were enormously expensive, and yeah, but yeah, you like all of the machines we've got. Generally, all of them use electric motors. Some are geared, some are not.
Oh, okay.
But
I'd like to get into that sort of thing. I've got a bit of a thing with electronics and that. I'd love to do that. Sort of.
well, like I said, if you'd asked me 3 years ago, I would have said, yeah, they're all hydraulics. And I get one going, oh, there's no hydraulics in here at all. Thank God, because otherwise, trying to make a 35-year-old arcade machine work when it would be hydraulics would be impossible. But we've had the motors rewound on quite a lot of these.
Yeah.
Come on, Rob, I'm showing you the right way to drive. As long as you keep up.
I'm hanging back and getting some practice in there. You
Do I go on the grass over here?
No, you just go at the same speed I go, or slightly slower. Is that Max typing in the background? Who's typing? Who hasn't got crisp on?
Shortcut?
I don't know. I can hear typing, but I don't. I'm in VR, so I can't see shit. Someone doesn't have crisp on.
Not your way.
Yeah, a bit fast, Rob.
Really?
Yeah. Is your car still working?
It is.
Okay. So, I mean, I will repeat this as everyone gets it. Your speed around a corner isn't important. All that is important is your speed at the end of the corner. So take the corners nice and slowly and come out like the clappers, and you'll do very well. That's it. Yeah, you go in the corner much faster than me. Excellent. Yep. Cool.
I was braking badly.
Now look how far
And I just used my manual gear lever instead of my flappy paddles.
Incidentally, I can't easily read the chat, so if anyone says anything interesting,
I'm not seeing anything on Twitch at the moment, but that might still be broken.
Okay, Rob, going nice and slowly for you. So I'm running this game at 120 Hz with no reprojection, and it's really nice. Score 1 for the Quest 2. So brake at about 75, nice and hard. Down to about 60 miles an hour in third. Take the corner nice and gently. Yeah, you see?
See, I have done better than this.
Yeah. It takes a while to
We did
warm up.
spend a couple of hours doing it the other day.
Yeah. I mean, it takes a while to warm up. I mean, I always find this, especially if you've played anything arcadey in the middle. I wish they would update the inside of the cars, though. They are badly modelled.
Is there any custom graphics that you can get for them, or mod?
I don't think the game's very moddable because the game is a very serious online simulator. So if you could mod it, then you have opportunities to start doing things they probably don't want you to.
There are some mods in the forum, but there was more for things like gauges and on-screen display and all sorts of other shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything stopping you replacing the graphics. I don't know whether it's a trivial thing. If you could mod the inside of your car texture, I would have already done that, but all you can do is your helmet, which I need to do, and my outside of my car, which I'm glad you can all see. That's cool.
It does look nice.
Little bit fast, Rob. Little bit fast.
Yeah.
You can do a bit of drifting. That's my favourite thing about this chair. I can put the car into a drift and bring it back out the drift because my arse is a wonderful indicator of driftiness. But I need to tweak the roll. That's not working right. So about 75 meters, nice hard straight line braking, down into third, take the corner. That's good, yeah, that's good. Much better. You had another car length, you could have gone wider, but that was good.
Are you on a wheel or pad?
I think he's on the same wheel as me.
I'm on wheel and VR, same setup as Adam without the without being punched in the back by a bit of machinery.
Oh, okay. What, you got the missus standing behind you?
Love it.
So on this bit, you want to go all the way over to the right-hand side and use all the green in this
Oh
car.
yeah.
And that makes that corner a whole much easier. Do not do...
Ah.
Oh, that's good, hold it. This is what I love about this game, all the anti-aliasing and everything. I can do the wing mirror, sorry, the rearview mirror is a substantial amount of detail.
How did they actually get that? They put a lot of work into them mirrors.
No, it's a simple game, so you can do the mirrors properly. Whereas a Euro Truck Simulator is a much prettier game, so what they've done is they've had to cheat to keep the frame rate up. And it looks awful. Like the mirrors whereas this is just rendering the whole game like 5 times. Because it's an older game, it can do that.
Oh god.
That was good. Even this game, I struggle to hit 120 frames a second at full detail. In VR, which is, you know, more or less equivalent to 240 frames a second. Like, I can hit it most of the time, but hitting it consistently is hard. So, Rob, that's what I said about the exit speed's important. So I came out the corner faster than you, which is why I'm so far ahead. You kept it, so that's a good thing. But you were a little bit squirrely.
Well, I went into the first corner badly, and then ended up wobbling around the second one.
Almost always, going into the corner slowly is better than stacking it partway through a corner. But the exception is when you are absolutely neck and neck racing. As you know, you still don't want to stack it, but yeah. Erring on the side of caution until you can do 5 laps without going off the track is your best bet. Then start to work out where your weaknesses is, or if you can put the car into a nice drift like that.
That was way too fast.
That's what she said.
Well, not way too fast, a bit too fast.
You seem pretty good from where I'm looking at you.
Well, I went up the grassy bank, so wasn't that great.
You didn't hit the barrier.
If you go on to top right, Rob, what's your best lap? Wait for the straight, actually.
1:45.29.
Oh, that's pretty good. So, the beginner group, shall we say, your goal is to hit 150 and below. Esme, Shark and I, we're about what's my record? 139?
Oh!
Yeah, 139. So, Ocelot,
Oh no, I've brought the menu up. Shit.
We're aiming for less than 140, and that is hard. And that's 6 seconds off the world record, which I can't. It's just bonkers.
So where do I see my best overall?
I've got it bounded. Just type in /W space PB, I think.
Okay.
Into the chat. I've got it bound to the thing macros, I can always see. And then I've got that bound in that direction. Whoops.
Oh no. I had more speed coming out of that other corner, and I thought I could take you.
See, you're going to the assumption I would take
Actually,
the corner
try to take you.
slower than I could have. Like, remember, if I'm going around the corner in the same car as you at the right speed, you can't overtake me. Also, if the mirror's slightly off, I just tried to reach out and move my mirror, and that's not going to work, is it? When the Oculus gets full finger tracking, that sort of shit will be possible. I can't wait. Then you can start.
It would be nice to be able to.
Well, then you can start putting the steering wheel in the right place and stuff like that.
Also, you can do things like you can do in cars these days, where you have a little switch and you move the mirror with the switch, little joystick.
Show off.
Yeah, go on. Oh, I was going to let you have first place, but fuck you then.
I've got one of them little dodgy things, but it don't work. As soon as I start playing with it, my mirror starts smoking.
Let me grab my drink. Open my drink, and I'll check the chat. Chat says nothing.
Right, what is it? Where's my keyboard?
What's what?
Slash WPB, was it?
Slash W space PB. That whispers your personal best to yourself.
No, it doesn't.
Hold on, let me double check the command.
Yeah.
Unknown command. Slash W space PB.
Yeah, hang on.
Yep.
Let me
Oh,
check.
here we go. 1-4. Oh, that's split. 144.57 is my all-time personal best.
Awesome.
I think I just see a shortcut.
Do you see what I can? I think there's a Max driving around too.
Cruise.
No, there's a Schalke.
Yes, well,
Should
yeah.
we all just leave now if Max has joined?
Well, no, we'll just make sure we're just nowhere near him. To be fair, it is Rob that's going to be the liability. Max is now a seasoned old timer at this.
I don't know. I was following Rob. He seemed pretty good from where I was
Well, that's
looking. He was
because
better than what I was doing.
because he was following me. I just heard beep 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 beep. Shall we restart?
I'm just
Yeah, mate,
gonna
join.
find the lucky thing. What you said to book.
Well, that's
Do you know, I
fine.
can't
We
get
don't
out.
have to wait for you.
I voted to restart. Screw it.
I've got a keyboard on my screen. I don't quite know why.
Oh, there's the virtual keyboard.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
turn off the lights. Have you got rid of the keyboard, Rob?
Yeah, it's kind of bottom lefty button.
So the first thing that's important is just to let everyone else go a bit faster you around the first corner unless you're very confident. I can see you looking left and right. That's so awesome. That's one of my favourite things is the internal guys looking around. Now, Shaka's a bit far over, so he's looking to undertake Jay. Now, Jay's going very slowly. Rob's going wide. Shaka's good. Rob's wide. Rob is all over the place. Oh, contact there between Rob and Schalke.
One's fishtail like
He's back on.
Didn't spin it though.
I can't actually see shortcut.
Behind your left.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
dead angle.
I mean, if you want to pass, go for it. I'm over to the right. I will be going to the left.
Now he's in you're in his blind spot. He's in your blind spot. So this is where the fun. We should all brake super hard at 75 yards and take the corner as a pack. That's what should happen. Now I don't know what side of the road you lot are supposed to be on. Once you're in front, Jay, you have right of way. If you get in front of Schalke,
Oh, do you?
Schalke has to. Of course you do. Yeah. Whoever's front wheel is furthest along the race line has right of way. If Schalke hits you, it's your fault. No, his fault. No matter what. If you swerve into him
Oh,
now,
is this like the whole fucking Lewis Hamilton
yeah,
thing?
well, this is just how it works. So if someone dives in front of you, and then you have to brake for them because they're in front. Even if they take the corner in a lousy way, you can't just ram them because they got in your way. That's not how
Okay.
it works. I mean, to be fair,
Yes.
we're not professional race drivers. We aren't even amateur race drivers. We are.
I would love to do an actual track day with you.
Come on, Schalke. Oh god, I can't even see any tarmac between Schalke and I here.
So, I've used
Schalke. That wasn't Schalke, that was Max. Sorry, Schalke. Same colour. Why would you do that?
What I do what?
Now, bear in mind, Rob, Schalke me and you are in VR. The other two Muppets aren't, so they don't tend to...
No.
left,
It was
right.
just driving straight along, side by side, and he just swerved sideways and shunted straight into me in the middle of the straight.
He didn't
Yeah,
look.
you can't actually see people that are alongside you because we're not in VR, so we've got no range of view to see you. That's why I was saying to Shulker about where I was and I couldn't see him.
But you should glance left and right for your manoeuvre. I mean, that's good. Oh.
Why do a manoeuvre randomly in the middle of the straight, miles from anywhere?
Because you got
Just
Max.
just before a left turn, the left bend.
Poor judgment. Poor impulse control.
Oh fuck!
Poor cornering on Joe's course.
Hey,
I think Jay's got it right.
What?
You got maxed.
But yeah, you should definitely increase your field of view if you haven't done so, to as much as you think is comfortable, to give yourself a much better
I
chance of
can
seeing
see-
people left and right.
I can see about half of my mirrors on both sides.
I'd also
On my
recommend virtual
field of
mirrors unless that view really offends you. But like
And don't you have a button for look left, look right?
So on the virtual mirrors, it only seems to show you the rear view mirror in the very
Bigger
centre,
mirror.
but it doesn't give you what's alongside, so it gives you an even bigger blind spot.
Yes.
It's really bad.
But it doesn't get rid of any existing mirrors, right?
No, it does. It gives you black rear view and black side mirror now.
Oh, that's silly. But yeah, maybe increase your FOV.
Even more rendering instances.
Well, like I said, I'm running at 120 frames a second at absolute 100% maximum detail, which is fine, but only just. When there's a lot of cars, it does drop to 60. But yeah, it's one of the few games I can actually manage this on.
Shit. I swatted them off.
Kenny.
I swatted them off and knocked my fucking monitor out of the way.
This isn't a Steam game, is it?
No. If you email them going, why isn't it on Steam? They'll reply back with a key to buy the full game cheaper, like a code. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Actually, you get a 50% discount key and you get more than one.
No, I
Oh.
don't want the key. I want to play with Steam's
Integration.
graphics multiplier thing.
Oh, you can do that already. There's already.
How?
I'll tell you after this race.
I need to pit.
I think it's under the 3D screen.
Oh, okay, resolution adjustment. So view, resolution adjustment.
Is that the 3D one?
Yeah. 225%.
Yeah, 225%.
Let's see how that goes.
You're on the G2, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you've got more resolution than me, but less frame rate. So it should be hopefully about the same.
What is the... Oh, 80. Okay.
Is what is 80?
TKMH.
The maximum speed limit in pits.
It's 50.
Yeah.
50, isn't it?
50 miles an
Okay.
hour,
This
18
one?
kph.
Oh, right. It said 80 on the board, which is why I was confused.
Yeah, 80 kmh, 80 miles an hour in the pits. That's very fast.
Why are they using kilometres? It's a British track, for fuck's sake,
It's
isn't
a
it?
British track, but the programmer's Finnish, Scarwin. But the artist is British. Hey, Brett.
Hello. I mean, it would be nice if it had the option to swap that, like the two different graphics on the signs.
Well, I mean, Brett has spit J. It's 50 miles an hour. Ignore the sign. There we go.
Amazing. Is this live for speed?
Yes.
It is.
It's free.
Are you
it's free.
joining?
I might next time.
I want Brett to join. I just want to find one that's all just following around his first lap and laugh.
Laugh.
I mean, I'm shit at racing games in general, to be honest, especially realistic ones.
Then can be shit at this one.
If you have a Steam controller.
I do not.
Oh.
Why, is it quite good on that? Or
Yeah,
bad?
because you got gyro steering.
Oh, okay, that's
It's
true.
just the best.
Excuse
Nice
me,
fish.
I was coming out of the pit lane, whoever that is in the red car.
If you're coming out the pit lane, you do not have right of way.
I was in the pit lane. I was not on the track. I was in the pit lane. The go fast bit.
Do you want to start administering some 30-minute bans, Jay?
What happened?
I can.
That would have been me.
I think I should be the first recipient, to be fair.
Shark's gone.
Oh my god, you terrified me there, Joe. I was coming along at full speed right behind you, and then you slammed on the brakes at 120
That was
meters.
the intention. That's why I went over to the right
Yeah.
slightly so that you could sit past.
Yeah, and it was fast. Came past fast.
I mean, I've done that before. Brake early when someone's right up your arse. They'll hopefully
Yep.
slam on, and then you're just faking. So that's a perfectly valid and awesome technique. I'm catching you, Sharka, but it's not fast enough.
Yeah.
Not unless you end up upside down now, you're the right way up. I'm screwed.
Shit.
You actually handled that really well, though. I genuinely expected you to at least flip it there.
So, the start order on the grid, by the way, is the inverse of our finish order. So this means whoever's last will be first. And
See, that's a good system. Why didn't they do that in more games?
I had to choose it. It's not the default. By default, by default, you do qualifying, which means whoever's best gets an advantage straight off the bat, which is like if you thought this through. Oh,
I
Rob,
can't believe Shulker's coming up behind me.
Rob, your lap wasn't so good when you weren't following me.
What, the lap where I got shunted off
your
and
best,
spun?
Your best lap that race was 154. Because you're aiming for
It's
one.
I finished on my fourth lap.
Yes, because you're more than 2 laps. If you're more than a lap behind, when the leader goes over it, that's it. Your position's all frozen.
Ah.
When you go over the line next, that's it. So at most, we have to wait for everyone to do one more lap. I've just thought, I think I could just run 2 servers on my PC simultaneously, and we would just join whichever one we wanted, demo or S2.
That could work.
A little bit fast, Rob.
You're supposed to break then, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not, as I said, that's not a bad thing to do. In theory, you could just follow somebody else around the whole race, and in the last 200 yards overtake them.
Oh, just that.
Excuse me.
Adam, I just opened the stream, and I like to imagine that LED strip is just like a tanning thing for your legs.
Well, yes, can't get outside like I used to.
But just the legs, yeah.
Well,
Chocolate
yes.
brown.
Well, my legs are kind of a pale blue. Oh, Max with a 147. Very good.
Nice.
What's your personal best, Max? You know? If you type T/W space PB, it'll whisper your personal best in this car and distract back to you.
You don't need to press T, just slash, we'll bring it up and type it in.
Then just slash, I didn't know that.
1:45.80.
That's actually pretty good. So you're only 5.5 seconds off me and Shaukan. Because V Shaukan is me all it's almost exactly the same.
My personal best on this one is 1:46.49.
Damn, I missed you by an inch.
Unfortunately, to tweak my handling, I'm going to have to turn on my projector, look over it. I want a bit more body roll off the...
It's got a large chunk.
So if you just give me just 2 moments.
You need to put your handbrake on as well.
I do.
Or stopping gear, I suppose.
No, I did put it in. Where's that? Okay, there it is. So my projector was
There you go, handbrake engaged.
It's not a handbrake.
If it's a handbrake if you use it with your hand.
No, I mean, I've got a handbrake. That's not it.
Reaches between legs.
Your handbrake. That's what I mean.
I've seen these really nice sequential gear shifters, and just for the workmanship, I want one, not because they're actually using a game.
Oh, yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, whatever you do not subscribe to Barry Rowland's. It's on Sim Racing Garage, because he gets sent all of the top end stuff. Because you can get sequential gearboxes that are, I think the Quaife one's 4,000, and it's a Quaife gearbox without the gearbox bit. It's just a Quaife gearbox, and he's like, this is amazing. It just feels absolutely like a real thing.
Because it is.
Yeah, is everybody in? I only see 4 on the track.
Yeah, Rob's still out.
Oh. Have we lost the Rob?
I was just sorting out some settings. I mean, in 3, 2. No, I'm.
Sorry, we will restart.
Would you like a restart?
Yeah, I didn't realise you weren't in the game. I just downshifted to about 14,000 RPM, so yes, we do need a restart.
You use a mouse to control the menu.
I've got a trackball.
I
just
do.
on my right side. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I've got the handbrakes here, and I've got trackball here. And I didn't set my vibration up. I knew there's something missing. I did that on a different race. And I forgot to turn the projector off, so it's going to be a bit bright. Well, that was a long one. Interesting racing line, Jay. Wait, Max, look right, look right.
I can't look right.
You can, you have a button bound for it.
I have a joystick bound for it, which as soon as I turn the steering wheel, it's no longer there.
You don't have a button bound to look left and right, like bumpers.
No. How do you do that on a steering wheel? So literally, they're moving constantly, so I'm not going to do that.
I mean, the way Jay did it, I'm not sure I would recommend, is he uses his mouse to look and then steers. I'm not sure that's a brilliant idea.
I remember. When I remember.
I should probably pay attention to how much I actually use. I don't think I very rarely go past 90 degrees. So in a real race, you should have your hands at 2:45.
I should just put my headset on, shouldn't I? The whole problem goes away.
Oh.
Hit by Jay. That was entirely my fault for coming in at that angle.
I clipped your rear end to give you a little lesson.
Oh, now I'm stuck in the gravel.
Oh yeah, don't throttle too hard there. It ruins your clutch.
Oh yeah.
Even if you've got an automatic, it ruins your clutch. You good?
Of course.
I've actually got my hands in the correct racing position now for once. So you shouldn't take your hands off the wheel. You should keep your hands at 2:45, and you should never really be going past ±90. Yeah, unless you crash, obviously.
So, when I was at Brands Hatch, we used to have 3 courses that we used to fuck about in. But we used to get bollocked for palming the steering one-handed.
Oh yeah. So your top speed is about 8 miles an hour, that's probably fine.
No, I'm talking about when we was doing the fucking about and shit.
Whoops.
When everybody else had gone home. Have you ever seen a Vauxhall Corsa off-road?
I've seen also.
I've never willingly seen a Vauxhall Corsa.
I mean, imagine though, like a Toyota, like a small Toyota. Imagine that off-road, upside down maybe.
Why would that happen, Adam?
Distraction.
Some fucking idiot just pulling out in front of you, and then keep it. Then when they think, "Oh, this is a bit risky," they fucking keep going.
Nicely held, Schalke.
This sounds like an experience on a track between Rob and Adam.
No, there was no track. It was raw.
It wasn't a track. It was a B road.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And the only person I've been on a track with anyone from LockDown is Andy. Took him on a track day, which was awesome.
Animator.
I visited you on a track day, but I didn't go on the track.
Yeah, because it started to rain. No, you did. Didn't you come first? Didn't you come on the track at Castle Combe?
No.
I thought you were. I remember we opened the top and then it started to rain. No.
Well, I was being funny, and I didn't want to end up doing what you did with your bike.
Yeah, but it's quite hard to do that in a car. Oh, very good, Schalke. 139. No, the best bit was when lunchtime came around. I'm like, I have to go and get fuel. I have a third of a tank left, and Andy says,
"I'm coming up, Jay."
My tank is still on F.
I see you. Have you passed?
Too fast.
Well, I was about to pass you, and then I shifted into second for some reason.
Oh, okay. Did you?
I got overexcited.
Or manual
Rob,
gears?
you just knocked a
I'm flappy paddle at the moment.
Rob, you just knocked a second. Rob, you just knocked a second off your best lap time.
Ah.
Don't forget to take your foot off the throttle when you change gear because it doesn't like it.
That is a point, yeah. So when you change gear, bounce your foot off the accelerator.
I'm doing that.
And a new personal best by Turbo Flaps, who I don't think has ever played the game before, because then they just knocked 10 seconds off their best lap.
Nice.
I don't know who Turbo Flaps is. I did join the public channel, by the way, just in case anybody wants to join. Obviously, it is a community-driven
I
game.
did notice you was in the public voice channel tonight. Okay. Open server time. I took a couple of extra tranquilizers for that very reason.
Wait, what?
Come on! I really wish these cars, like all cars, had basically a boost button, a curves, a turbo. Like, it just went, like just for... Oh wow, new personal best.
Good.
Bloody hell. Just a little bit of optional extra boost.
Like, it'd be nice to have nitro as well.
Yeah. I did look into getting nitrous though, because I was at Donington and there was a Ferrari there with an enormous rear wing and an enormous tank of nitrous on the rear parcel shelf. And then I had to look into nitrous. Nitrous is about 50 pence a second to burn. I'm like, no.
See, when you said nitro at first, I thought you were talking about Discord.
No.
That's what it comes from, isn't it?
Yeah, the Discord makes nitro, right?
Yeah,
That's how
nitrous.
it works.
The nitrous is the first. Yeah.
So, I use nitro
Yes.
for pain relief.
It's slightly different.
It is just medical grade. There's not an awful lot of difference. The medical grade one is actually cheaper and more refined.
Yeah, but it doesn't give you as much extra horsepower. They have
No,
other additives.
because it's been over refined. But I can imagine it for cheap man's nitrous.
Yeah, this isn't to get high on, this is to make your Ferrari go faster. I don't think this man was cheaping at any...
To make your Ferrari go
Have you
high.
seen Quantum Leap?
Yes.
No, I'm saying.
There's an episode where they did that, didn't they?
No, I'm saying, could you not hook up a bottle of Ventnox as a poor man's nitrous?
Well, yeah, or just buy...
Welcome it
But
was.
the point is, no, because it's not just a tank, you have to feed it right. How was that not a better lap time? I'm sure that felt better.
I was doing tactical blocking.
I wasn't talking.
That's fine.
I presume you just feed it into the air intake.
Yeah, but you feed it in at the right mixture at the right point. It's not just like the Fast and Furious where they just have a thing on the seat they twiddle open for more. That'll just blow your engine up. Out in reality, though, you have to be prepared to do an engine rebuild if you start using nitrous. It's not like Fast and Furious, much as that should surprise no one.
So, my old Land Rover had a military fire extinguisher system fitted to it. Fuck me, Rob, where are you going?
Doesn't know the roll blade rolls either.
I'm guessing Rob is AFK, giving these slightly and the slamming. Maybe he just wanted to walk away with his headset on, because that's never a good idea.
That's just the sound of him punching his family.
And that he's also rolled out into the road and like completely.
Stop talking to me! I'm not here! I'm in virtual reality!
When you come round that last bend before the finish line, watch out for Rob. He's in the middle of the road.
Well, see, as a motorcyclist, I am very good at looking way off in distance. All the way off. Yeah, Rob is... Oh, he's not on the racing line, that's good. He's close to the
I
racing line.
should send you a photo of that Honda, shouldn't I?
If you want to. I get excited about my bikes, not other people's. Oh, another new personal best. I am on fire. What's your personal best, Shark? Am I actually beating you yet? I don't think I am.
I thought you were better, but...
I thought you were.
How the fuck did I get 2 minutes and 14?
Because you drove through the gravel.
No, I drove through rock.
I would do it.
Can you not see where your car's parked?
Whose?
Rob's.
It's not parked anywhere.
Well,
It's in the middle of the road.
No, he's right. It's more just kind of. Oh, I've just turned the smoothing off. Bloody hell! Yeah, okay. Down. Oh, I see. I am also upside down.
How are you upside down?
A blue car hit me.
How do I change my car colour?
If you go to Escape, Pits, and then click on New Colour, and then you can just twiddle the sliders.
Ah.
Best lap time is 1:39.36.
Yes! So over the last race then, I went from slower than you to faster than you. I'm in the 138 club.
How did you do the pretty colour on your car?
I drew it.
Yeah, but how did you do it in the game?
I drew it in an external package, and then I imported it into a program that lets me make sure it's okay, and then I popped it into the folder, and then it just worked.
I should just dump an image into on the folder, so you can't create them in the game. It's just be loaded into the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like Forza where you just put stickers on the car. You actually just draw it.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I am not a great artist, but I can send you this one if anybody wants to take this one and draw their own thing on it. But the problem with that is then we'll all have purple cars. Anything's better than Jay's metallic shit colour, though.
Might be a template, that's all.
Excuse me.
Oh, no, there is a
orange.
it
You
comes.
can't get any better than orange.
That's not orange. It comes with a template, though.
Right.
Just
Adam,
one. Yes.
do you know what kind of light you have? It looks like it's daytime on your stream, but it's clearly not.
Oh, I'll turn the projector off. So I actually have a what they call a selfie light, but it's for my 3D printer. So I've just turned it up so you can see me. So there you go. I've turned the projector off now. How does that look? Is that better? Whoa!
Oh, okay. So is it one of those ring lights that some people use for streaming?
Yeah, you mean a selfie light? Yes.
Is that what you call it? Okay.
So the best thing was Amazon was like, you like selfie lights? Why don't you buy all these? I'm like, well, firstly, no, and secondly, because I just bought one. So this is not my inaugural purchase in a selfie light collection. You buy a toilet seat and he goes, why don't you buy another one? I'm like, I don't really want another.
One thing, if you're going to buy like batteries, yeah, maybe I do want to buy more batteries if I've just bought some, but.
I do also like, it's the sometimes it goes, hey Adam, why not treat yourself to a new laptop? Like, yeah, nice try. Just text me going, want to buy a laptop?
Actually,
it's a treat.
Actually, that's a weird question. Actually, what do you think is the weirdest thing for it to suggest you buying? Like, what's something that you'd buy and then it would suggest you to buy another, even though it made no sense to buy another copy of it?
Coffin.
Well, a toilet seat.
Well, I mean, maybe you have two toilets, to be fair.
Yeah, you might have multiple toilets, or you might fuck up installing the first toilet seat.
I guess that is true. I mean, the thing is, say Amazon, I buy a lot of work stuff through Amazon, so Amazon knows that I'm a relatively high spender, so it's put its threshold quite high, and it goes, hey Adam, why not treat yourself? And then links like a £400 Lego set. I'm like, yeah, that's quite a treat, just because a website suggested I might want it.
Amazing. Well, I guess maybe something really wacky like the 400-gallon drum of lube. You wouldn't want another one of those, right?
Oh, wow. Depend. You can get through them quite quickly.
Yeah, if you bathe in them, maybe.
Is your skin called XFG_LDL_DJA.DDS?
Yes, I think what it does is it just pops that into your folder.
Alright.
If you had like a really big drum of lube, would it be really hard to get out of it if you got into it?
There's that lady who, what did she was doing? She was using like an oil-based exfoliant, and she just got stuck in the bath and had to wait for her husband to get home because she couldn't get out. She couldn't get purchase on anything.
Oh no! She must have been so wrinkled.
Oh, good lap though, Rob. 1:43. Very good. Very good, in fact.
Oh, really?
Terrifying.
Now I'm just trying to think of
uncontrolled.
I didn't realise there was a race going.
There isn't. I'm waiting for it to start. I keep hitting start and no one's hit start. It's been 5 minutes since we were racing.
Now
It's just told me that I'm on lap 1 of 5.
Yes, because you pitted, so you restart the race. Oh, who's in there? Who's in first place? There's that Turbo Flaps. Who have we got in? We got 4 cars in. Just 4? Race is starting very soon.
And Rob misstarted.
I'm figuring out how to use the spacebar to start the engine. No.
I.
I can't see it. Right.
How did you stall it?
Because I shunted into, put it straight into first.
Amazing.
Well, then let's just restart. So oh god, no, I've detached the camera. Don't do that.
Now I'm literally just scrolling through Amazon trying to find things that I wouldn't want to buy more than one of because I'm really curious what those would be.
Well, honestly, it's like my selfie light.
I mean, you might need more than one.
I mean, you're more likely to buy a second than I am to buy a first.
Well, you say that, but it fits perfectly on the FL Sun to light the bed.
Yeah, but you've got multiple printers.
Well, don't some people buy multiple for streaming because you can have multiple different light angles?
Yes, but I buy them at the same time. I wouldn't buy one, then the next day go, you know what? I want another one, and it just goes, hey.
Maybe you would. I don't know. Maybe you bought one, didn't realise you needed another.
Well, I bought a bunch of RAM, and then 2 weeks later, bought a bunch more.
Are we not restarting then? Because I've been sitting here waiting to restart.
Well, yeah, and there's a bunch of us that have pressed Shift R and it's not restarted.
So someone just joined and wants to drift. Well, fucking drift, but don't expect to win any races. I can't really respond to people, but you lot can. Don't jump the lights, Rob.
Thank you. I've just figured out how to use the shifter, so...
You say that you bogged it down something rotten there.
I did a little bit. Oh shit, that's fifth.
That's a guy to your left. He span out the random. Yeah, so he's gonna drift, and then he's just gonna be in everyone's way. Although that seems to be... Yeah, as you can't drift there, you fuck nuggets.
Can't find... There we go. Nope, stalled it. What am I doing?
Max, have you changed your card to sort of a green and white one?
No, I'm trying to skip.
Right, how do I bind start engine to something different?
Yeah, I bound it to the little plus button. Or was it minus? Yeah, what the fuck? He just started to drift. Like, he just lost all his speed. You're allowed to drift. Oh no, wait, you started to drift, you lost all your speed, I rammed you, you had a go at me and then quit.
He was in the right, he was first,
yeah,
he was taking the corner badly.
Yes, but he was taking the corner so badly I couldn't really outbrake him. Plus that's the third person he's hit in less than a minute. A little bit narrow there, Jay.
Sorry. I'm trying to beat my personal best. I don't think I'm going to do it though.
Not for a...
Oh, right.
That's the first lap. You can't possibly beat your personal best from a standing start.
Oh. Okay.
You're also not on the track right now. Now you're too far to the
rails.
right.
Oh, Rob, you missed out on some interesting meetings the last couple of days.
Oh, yeah.
Have I?
You're going to be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, good. They fixed everything on your list.
No.
Fixed anything on your list.
No.
What's on your list at the moment?
So I got to the point
I
today
don't know.
where rendering the game takes about 30 milliseconds. So then I proceeded to just turn stuff off constantly, all the time. And what would happen is it was still taking 30 milliseconds to render, and I worked out what it was. I have a particle system, and if I try and edit that particle system on the next frame, it's still updating from the previous frame. Now, I don't control the order that scripts, but because I say render, and it goes, alright then, and then I start to create the next frame. You don't wait for a frame to finish rendering before you start the next one. But the problem is that I was submitting the particle stuff right near the beginning of the frame. So what was happening is I was then trying to touch it. It's like, no, the particle hasn't finished. I've worked out what it was. I've put some guards in. I've reordered some things. So hopefully we should get. But I got to the point where I turned off everything. I turned the detail down to ridiculously low. Turned off the volumetrics, the clouds, all the dynamic particles, all the mobs, all the props, and the frame rate doesn't change. And I'm like, what the hell?
So is it literally just this one thing bottlenecking it there?
Yes, because it's a threaded thing. So basically, I've shoved the timings around a little bit.
Nice.
Oh, very good, Jay. 2 seconds off your best, nearly.
Yeah.
So how much does that actually? Does it happen? Oh, sorry.
No, because I've worked out what it was, but I haven't worked out how to do it. Well, I did. So about 10 minutes before the stream started, I went to get a drink, and on the way back up, I went, I've just worked out a way to do this better.
I'm just reading one of the forums.
Why can I not get my handbrake off?
On the Live for Speed,
What have I done?
forum, it says,
Rob, your engine's stalled. That's what the handbrake's stuck on.
I know, but I've started it, and it's not stalled now.
Then spacebar, or whatever you bound it to. What were you saying, Max?
It says, if you have files hosted elsewhere, please do not use image tags or screenshots, etc. It will make the thread slower for 56k.
Bound to button 3.
Yes.
What's button 3?
I mean, I've been playing Live for Speed for 14 years. So that's definitely the game does go back that far. What are you trying to find, Max?
That's a nice skin, I think.
Oh, you're trying to find. Oh my God, there are thousands and thousands of skins.
Yeah.
Bloody handbrake won't come off. What is going on?
Oh, bollocks.
I'm pretty sure, Rob, is the engine running? What's your RPM?
1,000, just under 1,000.
Okay, and then if you just accelerate, what happens? What gear are you in?
The engine. Okay, I'm in first. If I exit.
Yeah. Is anything happening?
Well, the handbrake came off and I stalled.
Oh, then you just.
And then I pressed completely the wrong button because I was leaning forwards to reach the keyboard.
Yeah, I think what actually the thing is, Rob, I think you had blown your clutch.
Quite possibly.
I think I've blown everything but my clutch.
Blow your mum.
You blew all the other races. Disgusting.
No, my head seems to be squished against the steering wheel. It's got like a weird, like my head's glitching in and out of the car.
Oh, I don't know who Turbo Flaps is, but good job, sir. You are improving in leaps and bounds. Whoever you are.
Oh, oops, car's moved.
Yeah, because Rob quit.
Oh.
Okay, I'm holding the steering wheel with my knee and trying to tighten my VR headset up. There we go. Yeah, I've been following, so they've got S3 is out, but they are adding to it, so they've got a new location with loads and loads of tracks, and new lighting systems and stuff coming, but they do seem to be doing it quite slowly. I mean, given that there's about 140 people playing the game at any given moment, and the vast majority of those are demo users, I don't suspect this is their full-time jobs anymore. Or possibly, because there was a Volkswagen Scirocco version of this game, and there's been the BMW one, and they've also been used in a whole bunch of championships. There are real cars in it, so it's possible the sponsorship money is just so huge, they don't care. I'm incidentally, Max, once you've downloaded the skin, you don't need to quit, you can just click and it's immediately in the game.
Fuck! A bloody gear stick came off the table.
What was that?
My shifter came off the table.
I heard that.
Skins in this mode will ordinarily be converted by LFS for 2 DDS for in-game use. Okay, fine. So I put this skin in there.
It's in a folder called Skins, with a text file that says something like skins in this folder will be automatically converted to DDS.
Yes.
But it does that. It does that when you go to create the skin, like it's automatic. Like when you go to new color, it automatically does it.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh.
I'm doing something wrong. Put new skin and it wasn't there.
Yeah, I still comment earlier about the Blizzard thing. Do you think it's like one specific subsidiary studio? Or?
I suspect it's Blizzard. Well, the thing is, I don't know if it's Activision or Blizzard. Like
Yeah.
one of them's in Irvine, California, and one of them isn't. Like which studio? What people are you talking about? Are you talking about a whole bunch of different things? Because this is what I've had before. People getting very upset about, things like this happening in video game companies. I'm like, okay, right. Is this
Name it. Name the company.
Not that, but is it greater or lesser than in, let's say, a non-gaming tech company? or a company that does logistics? Is this the average number of women being harassed, or is it grossly out of proportion? Or is it just that computer games are cool, people like computer games and are not happy finding this out? Is it a problem everywhere, or is it endemic to the games industry? I'm not condoning it, obviously, but the point is it the games that are industry's bad? But yeah, as I said, I worked for Activision for, how long was I there for? A year or so, and they were very nice. We're all lovely people.
I guess the counter-argument people would probably say when you say that to them, it would probably be that they would want zero of that to happen.
Yeah, sure, sure. But
yeah.
But for all we know, the games industry is absolutely the best fucking industry to work for that. It has the lowest amount of harassment of women. Like, I don't know how
Yeah.
like this is the sort of
It's the kind of thing you do studies on, isn't it?
I want to edit out the emotional part and saying, is it really bad in the games industry, or is it really bad everywhere? Because I don't know. I've no clue.
You should watch the BBC, and then they'll spend 4 hours interviewing one person who got harassed one time, as if that's actually statistically significant.
Wow, I said the plural.
Is that a shortcut behind me?
No, Shulker's here with me.
So who's the dude with the yellow car, yellow, blue and green behind me?
Turbo flaps. Jay, why is the top of your car kind of dented?
I did say my head is bobbing in and out of the car.
It looks like you went through a bridge that was too low for the car.
Can you take a screenshot? Because I can't actually see
VR.
what it looks like. Yeah, go for it.
I don't think you heard. I don't think you've quite. Press escape. Click on free view. You take a screenshot.
Alt tab to the stream.
Oh, Flabbergasted, it's you, Turbo Flabs. Of course it is. Gordon, I've actually got it tuned down quite a lot.
Are you sure it's not Turb of Labs?
No, it's Flabbergasted. Oh, Flabber, you should have said. Are you using the Steam controller? So, Gordon, the best thing about the chair is it's that axis, because this is the axis that shows me if I'm drifting or not. I can barely feel the motion because I'm in VR, so the motion is just giving me. So I can't see when I'm in 2D and the chair moves. Obviously, the world goes in the other direction. I can't see that here. But when I brake hard, I've got it smoothed, you see, and also this car's quite slow. Actually, look at it, I think that's probably not enough. I've turned the screen off, so I can't see anything. But that is brilliant. Being able to feel the car beginning to drift is just awesome. Are you back in, Max? I want to see the skin.
I'm just putting a couple of skins to try.
I hope you got something offensive on the back. On the front of your car, in reverse, because that's the only bit I ever see. Good lap time, by the way, Turbo. Oh, or Flabs, if you want me to call you that. That's good.
I've seen these extra skins. You have to do something to make it pick them up, surely.
No, all I did is I just clicked download on the website, which just literally initiates a JPEG download to my downloads folder. I copied it whilst the game was running, copied it into the Need for Speed folder, and that's it. It worked. Nothing else.
Need for Speed?
Live for Speed folder. Live for Speed /data/skins, I think it is. I didn't do anything else. I just copied it in there. I didn't restart the game. I then just went top left, new skin colour.
Two for XFRs, one's for the XFG. So this is the XFGTI, so I don't see the new skin.
Wait, hold on. This isn't the XFGTI, is it? Isn't that the turbocharged one? Rob?
This is my favourite picnic spot.
The skins are all called XFG_ something. I assume they're ones for this car.
Are we in the XFG? The XFR is the rear-wheel drive car. The XF. Well, actually, I mean, you can just go in, just click on car, and then it will say in the top, near the top left. I can't remember what this car is. Is it XFG?
XFG, yeah.
It's XFG, okay. And then all you do is you go new colours, and then in the top right, it should just list all the skins you've got. So can you see DJ Arcus _LDL? You can't.
No.
But interesting.
I can see you wearing it though. But the skins that are downloaded are in skins DDS.
Yeah, so those are the. So did you download a JPEG or a DDS file?
JPEG.
Right, so, but don't put them in the DDS folder. Put them in the skins folder, the one that says okay. And has that made a copy of that skin inside the DDS folder of the DDS extension? Has it converted it?
So I'm assuming it's the same file name, with just .DDS in it.
I would assume so. I didn't do anything; it just worked for me. So I can't help you that much.
into the pits and repair my damage. I'm no longer referring to bad moments in this game as being maxed. It's not being robbed.
No.
It's being what?
Robbed. Oh,
Robbed.
I was robbed of that victory. Yes, that's very good.
No, it hasn't.
I mean, is it JPG or JPEG?
JPG.
Right, and just to check, you can open the JPEG. It's not corrupted or anything stupid.
Yeah, I've got it open in well, I'm previewing.
And how big is it?
Hold on, let me just try. No.
I honestly didn't do anything special. I don't know whether the game has looked up that that's my skin, but I just popped it in the JPEG folder, and that was it.
Okay, let me just come out anyway. Alright, you shouldn't do that. I'm gonna do it. We are playing in the XFG?
I don't know. I can't check, but you can just by selecting. It's the car top row, one across from the left. Oh, bugger!
Ah!
Yeah, I've got no chance on this race. I really have been robbed. Especially now I've got to drive through penalty as
fair.
well.
Rob needs to learn to curb his enthusiasm. The hard part is Tad, because Tad's problems is his internet. It means he takes up an average of his position, and it's quite dangerous to be near on corners.
Oh, is Ted with us?
No, but I'm saying
He's not.
No, Tad is dangerous because of his internet. Rob is dangerous.
I'm dangerous because of my shifter, so I'm going back into flappy paddles. Thank you very much.
I would definitely do flappy paddles. Oh, Schalke, you fuck. 138.6.
So yeah, after that little conversation earlier, I'm now seeing if I can find any studies, because I'm actually curious if the harassment rate's higher or lower.
Well, I don't think... Oh, right, I say, I don't think I've actually ever been offended by something. I've been angry at something, but not offended.
Oh, are you talking about that? No, I was talking about the...
Yeah, no, I would genuinely like to hope so, because the thing is, the games industry is a creative-focused industry, so it does attract the weird ones, and it is a very male-dominated industry, but...
Yeah.
More or less so than, let's say, the film industry. I don't know.
I think film has, I want to say, has more women. But I could be wrong. But that might be because there was more of a push for it before games got that, I guess. I don't know. But what I'm coming up on is there's a lot of studies on harassment and stuff in games in general, but not in the industry.
Harassment in games?
Depicted in games, you mean?
No, as in like people playing games or people surrounded by games.
Oh, players harassing.
Yeah, and at game conventions and stuff like that. And it's possible that like media might sort of push that onto the games industry because it's a related field.
That was I lost control of the Schalke, but I managed to hold it and gain the time back.
Oh.
So if I hadn't screwed up, I'd be in front of you now.
We are not actually making bad laps,
yeah.
so...
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Brad, I'm curious to know whether or not this is an issue that needs to be solved across the board with society, or an issue that just needs to be solved in the games industry.
I would say in society. Society sucks.
Well...
We do in fact live in a society.
Who's that just joined? Bazinga72, was that?
If it's equal on all sectors, doesn't that mean that no single sector needs to fix itself? So no problem if it's equally everybody's problem.
Yeah, but my point is, I mean, the games industry is the one I care about. If it is endemic to the games industry, but let's say for sake of argument, the cloud storage industry is fine, then yes, like the games you need to do better at. Whereas if it is something that is just the games industry, that's appalling and needs to be fixed. And that's my industry. That's the one I care about. I'm not sure if I'd be happier or less happy to see it's all industries, but if it is just the games industry, I'd say it's because it is full of the creatives.
I genuinely can't find any. Like, at all.
I think the abuse towards women is wrong.
Well, yeah, no one said it.
But there's a matter of where is it worth focusing your efforts.
Well,
for example, and there's no point focusing your efforts in an industry where there's like not none, but there's
less. Yeah.
What is it? Less, yes. what is it? The theory of constraints. If you try and fight racism in the anti-racism society, you're probably not going to get that far. If you decide you're going to try and fight it in the anti-so-and-so society, you might have more effect over there.
So, what I was just going to say was, I would try and start with the kids. I have heard kids say some really abusive shit.
Yeah,
Like,
but,
I would just point out that kids aren't in the games industry, though.
yeah, but my point is,
Well,
if it's
no,
just,
they
if it's
are,
just, but if
because
it,
they're...
no, but if
playing
this
it,
is something
they
that
are.
is 10 times worse in the games industry, then it's not the kids that the issue. It is the type of people in the games industry, or is the culture of the games industry. The problem is, even the phrase "the games industry," because that covers like fucking Korean sweatshops that do mobile games, Activision, the female-only led studio in Brighton. You know, you're not talking about a hive mind of people. And, you know, that everyone is different. We're all different, aren't we, Brad?
What?
Excellent. We're all different.
I mean, yes, except identical twins, technically.
The best thing I have seen is like people going about the games industry is massively dominated by
143, 93.
by white men, and someone's like, this is only true if you just pretend either the Japanese people are now white or Japan doesn't put out any games of note, because that's not true. And you also then have to pretend the Indian games industry doesn't exist, because India is one of the biggest territories. Cody's made more money selling cricket games in India than in England, and they put out a lot of their own games. The difference is you don't play them because you're white and you're from Europe. Why would you play a weird Indian game? But they certainly exist, and the Korean games make up an enormous amount of the market. The biggest first-person shooter, Korean.
Yeah, it's like denying that Bollywood exists for like music.
Yeah,
Yeah,
musicals are just entirely just a rich middle-aged white man's thing. It's like, really? What about Bollywood?
Have you ever watched a Bollywood?
Yes, I watched this fucking awesome one. What was it? It was
There are some fucking
it was just like a superhero film. It was brilliant, and then it went on for like 3.5 hours. And there's another one where there's a bad guy, and it just he just turns into different robots, and it's just the last finale is about 20 minutes long, and it's just awful and jaw-dropping all at the same time.
So what you're saying, Adam, is you felt two emotions at once?
Well, yeah. Wow.
I'm sorry, I should. Yeah.
That's a big thing for Adam, isn't it?
I can see your skin, Max.
Feeling emotions.
Oh, cool.
Is that guy going to listen? If he doesn't, we're all going to ram at the beginning of the next race.
Is who going to listen?
The fuckwit in the BMW going, oh look, I'm the fastest. Yeah, no shit,
43.
Oh,
I haven't even seen a BMW.
world record, Rob? Yeah, there's a BMW.
World record?
Yeah, personal record, but unfortunately it was 1/100th of a second faster.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Like, I will kick this guy if I have to. There you go, skin not found, XFG_police war. If we end race, then we can just vote to kick him.
So, restart?
I really need to change that to a, I'll restart. I really need to change that to a, we're not going to ram because it's in first place. To a race control message.
Yeah, Adam, I'm curious about this actually. So I don't know if you saw the end of the conversation I had with Izzard, but as soon as you were in VR, actually. But one thing I said as an example towards
Not
the
a
end.
BMW, is it?
Yeah, it is. He's in the BMW.
Oh, is that a BMW?
Yeah.
It looks like it.
Why would you do this? Why would you go into a whole race full of fucking 1.3 litre front-wheel drive cars with a single-seater car with aero?
But yeah, Adam, the final example I proposed to him was let's say I'm programming a piece of code that's not working at the moment. I then hit play and it runs for the first time, but it's also not working as intended. Yes. Am I neutral, or am I both pleased and displeased? Because like I said, it depends on how you look at it, right?
Yeah, but are you offended by your code?
Well, this is a different. Yeah, I mean, yes, honestly, but my past self's code is awful. My present self's code is probably not great either, to be honest.
Yeah, I found a function earlier. I was taking the result of 2 other variables, smoothing them, and then put them in the wrong one. I was like, oh, right, now is it going to work? Oh, apparently I'm not. Oh, I'm sure it was /RCM. See, oh, our race control message. Oi. Oh, oh bugger. Oh, that's annoying.
That's a question, Adam. How often do you look at your past code and go, "Wow, this is good code," compared to how often you look back and say, "Oh, that's terrible"?
Probably, I think 30% of the time I'm happy with the code, 10% of the time I'm unhappy with the code, and the rest of it, it is as it should be.
There's a difference between looking back at code and thinking, this is fucking ridiculous.
Message. No, he's carried on going. He's like, nope, don't give a shit. So, where's the vote to kick?
We can't kick during a race, only after.
Okay. Tiftar it is then.
Yeah, I guess for me, since I've already been doing it like a few years, I sort of look back and I'm like, wow, this is garbage. I couldn't even turn the light on properly.
If we just end the race, alright, I was just fiddling with. I was trying to work out how to change. You see where it says the split time messages? I can put messages up there, but for some reason I can't. If we end race, that will take us to a screen where we can kick him. Going.
What is the thing for end race?
Press escape. Press end race.
Shift X. For X race. Now, is he going to get the hint?
Which one was it? Davinzo or Turbo
I'm
Flaps?
going to count to 5, and then I'm going to click.
Davinzo, wasn't
There
it?
we go.
Oh shit! I just voted.
Yeah, I don't need to vote. I'm the server.
You count fast.
What's the skill level option at the top? Is that for me or for the game?
You're allowed to have an AI driver, and he will attempt to do your best lap time.
So what skill level? I'm not saying add AI driver. I'm saying what skill level?
That's how good they are at driving.
Oh, how good the AI is. Okay.
Am I right in assuming Turbo Flaps is flabbergasted?
That is correct.
Yes.
He says he's spectating. Oh, so are you at? It's flabbergasted. See, it's a shame that it would be boring to assign someone to just cameraman duty, but it'd be very cool to have it on the stream. So you're watching us from third person.
So they could theoretically.
Yeah, in
Join
theory.
the Discord as a secondary camera.
Yeah, but in theory, but also in practice, not so easy. Also, hello, your role for the next 3 hours is just a film.
You say this, but like some people do that for bigger streams.
Yeah.
That's
I did
cool.
do it last night for OTTD.
Well, no, like they do that a lot for esports. I've noticed.
Yeah.
Like for, I think it's for like MOBAs and stuff like StarCraft in particular.
Yes, and if we had 1,000 viewers, I would definitely consider it. But
Right.
a little bit early there, Jay. So Max, you're now bound to a white skin, I think.
That's for a max.
You had a skin.
I'm not.
Oh, is that not you? Oh, that's my AI driver, isn't it? Jay's a bit wide. Oh.
No!
Damn it. I moved the mouse and all I could see was the back of my seat.
Okay, Max, Rob, have you looked in the rearview mirror yet, by the way?
Yes, I can see all three of you.
Yeah, but
It's pretty
you
cool.
can see the head. You can see your helmet, which is also cool. You also just lost a whole bunch of speed for some reason.
Yeah, I was looking for the horn button and I accidentally pressed ignition.
Ah, I've done that.
Oh no,
I did that
Jay!
as well.
Sorry.
No,
I wasn't expecting you to turn there.
it is a
What, at the corner?
It is a 5-lap race.
Not that early.
It is a 5-lap race, by the way, not a half-a-lap race. Sorry,
Oh.
but everyone talked over you. What was that?
I'm just wondering, how do simmers get to the point where they actually have keys to start the sim?
Well, hard driving
To
did
start
that.
the engine in the VR.
Are you
Yeah.
hearing Max talk?
Yeah, he's a bit quiet though. A little bit.
He's very quiet.
On Discord?
A bit louder.
I hear absolutely nothing.
Did
Have you
you?
got him turned down or muted?
Oh, hi,
I
Si.
can hear him fine. I can hear him okay.
I've got Max on 200%, and he's still quiet.
Yeah. Still quiet. Max, bear in mind,
So you guys
I
don't
can hook
Let's
any.
Windows again.
I can hook any button up to start engine. I can craft a key device. I know people have done it. They normally use a ignition live switch rather than a key, but there's nothing stopping you having one. I'm sure you can buy USB momentary keys that appear as a device.
You can actually go into the range and get a universal ignition key that's got a momentary switch in.
Right, that's got a USB socket on the other end of it, though, does it?
No, it's just multi-pins. You just solder a USB cable to it. It works fine.
Well, it won't because that isn't a computer. That will you can't just.
No, you have to. You have,
You have to have a USB device that.
serial controller, yeah.
yeah.
Or a keyboard. Like I felt with a keyboard.
Oh yeah, you can put it on the iPad, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or use whatever Si was using the other day for remote USB things. Plug it into wire it into your Raspberry Pi.
You still need
That sounds like a ridiculous idea.
You still need a UART in there. You can't just read the pins on the USB socket. That's not how USB.
No, but a Raspberry
No,
Pi
Rod's
has
saying
things you
can
can
use
read on.
GPIO.
Yeah, general purpose.
Oh, a Raspberry Pi could do it, absolutely, and then pass it on to the PC. Or I've got.
But the Raspberry Pi would have to somehow appear as an
Yeah.
input device.
Yes, because I've got a Leonardo. I've got 5 Leonardos in total.
I do not know
Rob.
what that means.
An Arduino
Rob, you
Leonardo.
Rob, you run virtual. You run
Smaller
virtual here on the
Raspberry
Raspberry. You run virtual here on the Raspberry Pi. Is the answer.
And would Virtual here understand what to do with the pins?
No,
Yes.
but you probably only have to write a couple of lines of Python.
Yeah, but then you have to write Python.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do it that way. So a Raspberry Pi is effectively a supercomputer compared to the Leonardo, which I think it's got about 4 kilobytes of RAM. They're tiny, they boot up instantly, and this is what their bread and butter. So there's a
Yeah, but hang on.
Yeah.
Adam, do you not have a Raspberry Pi in your drawer? Because I'm pretty sure
I
everyone does.
yeah, but
Well, there we go.
but it's too bad.
You need to buy
it's-
Leonardo then.
Yeah, but Leonardo's like £4.
Yeah,
Tiny.
I know, but you're not really freeing anything up because you've got Raspberry Pi in the drawer.
I do.
So have I, so has most people I know.
I've got a really old one.
I have three
Look,
3D
really use
pluses.
it.
One of they're technically each paired to a 3D printer, but I've retired 3 3D printers now, so I do have some spares. But yeah, a Leonardo would do it. You could just hook a momentary switch up anything you like and just read the pins.
I'm going to have
So
to
the
find
device-
out what a Leonardo is then.
Well,
Can't remember the name of it, but there's a device you
Arduino.
can buy which plugs into a USB port, and it's just got like some plugs for solder points and so on, called a thingy or something.
I will tell you the
Remember
magic phrase to look for, and the magic phrase is zero latency encoder. They're designed for making your own fighting sticks. And it's a Leonardo. You can even get it with all the buttons to join up. But yeah, zero latency encoder is the.
Is there a Michelangelo as well?
I'm not aware of one. An Arduino Michelangelo.
Donatello.
Ah, an Arduino specifically.
Make a thing or something.
Braking more gently does make a difference.
Yes. You got to break threshold braking as hard as you can without locking the wheels up.
Yeah.
Which is-
Maybe the car doesn't have it. Well, the ABS,
ABS.
to be honest.
Yes, this car doesn't have it. This is the rear-wheel drive car does, but has the disadvantage that it's rear-wheel drive.
Yeah.
I think I just set another fastest lap, and I also see a Uatech behind me.
Wait, I've got someone who's blue on the mini-map. What does that mean? Oh, another.
Oh, new personal best, 0.29.
That's AI.
Oh yeah.
And then I
that's
was
the thing
busy
I was
looking at the
thinking of.
screen and forgot to shift down.
What's it
Up.
called?
It's
sorry?
called Makey.
Zero latency
Makey,
encoder
makey.
sounds cooler, I think.
Makey.
Yeah, it's basically turn anything into a USB keyboard, like so you can plug crocodile clips into it or well, anything.
Where did you go, Rob? You was there in my rearview mirror, and then you disappeared.
Where did you go?
In front of you.
You should be looking
I
ahead,
mean-
Rob. That's where you should notice people the most.
Like, he was there and then gone.
What colour are you?
Orange.
Oh, yellow, obviously, because everybody else is yellow.
Bit racist.
You're actually
Oh, there you go. I see you.
right behind me. I mean, I have slowed down to try and let you catch up. 'cause
Yeah,
I'm-
but I'm having a picnic in the grass.
Another
Oh,
one.
for God's sake! So I last played Live for Speed on that Russian server, and now I've launched it, and all the menus are in Russian. I don't know how to find the language option because I can't speak Russian.
I'll fix it now.
There should be a
config
file for that, surely.
I shouldn't need to.
So what have you got? You've got the primary menu, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so go with me then. So you've got exit in the bottom right in orange, and you've got the menus on the right hand side, yes?
Hang on, bottom right or bottom left?
Bottom left is exit in orange.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've got all the menus on the right.
Yeah.
So go to the bottom menu on the right, which is options.
Okay.
And then you've got all the pretty colours, all the flags for languages, as well as choose English at the top.
Okay, thank you.
That's a much better idea than having the text, because otherwise you'll have English.
You
maybe
recognise your flag, hopefully.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, it's got a Union Jack for English. Still not right, but better than an American flag.
Well, they can't have the racist flag, can they?
True.
Did you just overtake me?
Although people do speak Scottish and Irish.
I've got my flag though.
But nothing else.
Welsh. Yes.
My friend's mum doesn't speak English. She only speaks Welsh, so there are a few of them out there.
How rude.
I don't know how you cope, to be quite frank. And you only watch...
That is some serious commitment to your point of view, that is, isn't it?
And
Using English.
And there's really not a lot of Welsh fiction out there either. There are TV shows in Welsh, but there aren't very many.
TV channel?
Yeah, but it's mostly factual stuff. Like, there's not a... Oh, did I get I got a new personal record.
Like the UK government website.
She says, I bet there's some English words that slip in all the time, and then you can go, that's English.
Yes, I
Is that like saying, you do know French, you know the word cafe?
No, I've heard C speak, and on C on the phone will go, blah, 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 internet broadband speeds, blah, 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 modem, blah, 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 PlayStation 2. It's like, you're just throwing in English words. The worst one is that we're watching Gundam, which is a late 70s anime, and it will be like...
Oh, yes. Another personal best.
It doesn't have a dub, it just has a sub. And I can hear them going, Space Colony 6. It's like, wait, do you not have a word for space or colony or 6 in the Japanese language? Like, you must do.
But it's more cool in English.
Yeah, but they want to call it something cool, don't they? Like Ninja Warrior. And they're like, don't you have a word for ninja in English?
Yeah, but the point
Japan's
is...
an interesting one. Every time I see pictures from Japan, there's English text on signs, and then when you hear Japanese pop songs, the choruses suddenly slip into English for one or two lines, and you were like, I know this bit.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
But surely in this case, if you don't know the English word for space or colony or 6, you'd be like, that's just gibberish, the man said.
Space is too new, that's the problem.
You know that most Japanese people actually speak perfectly fluent English.
No. Quite a lot of people, quite a lot of Japanese people speak perfectly, but not most.
So how does this apply for things like game names like Katamari Damacy? I have no idea what that means.
That's made
and
up.
It doesn't really matter.
Anything, does it?
That's made up.
I don't know.
It's made up.
Oh, well, if you can make a game name up, then you can definitely use one from another language that isn't made up.
Yeah, but this wasn't the name of the game. This was just the middle of the sentence, just absolutely just dived into English. And I was like, oh, I understand this bit. Oh, it's gone again.
Now, Rob, real question there.
Bollywood films do this a lot, because there's an awful lot of English-speaking stuff in Bollywood, but they'll always say, like, okay, yes, sir. Always in English. I don't know why. So, Turbo Flaps, if you went to Tokyo, they probably all speak English, or Osaka. If you go out in, small towns and villages or rural Japan, no.
So, are you wondering why in India terms of respect happen to be used in English?
No, it's just really amusing. Like when you watch it and you go, blah, 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 yes, sir, let's go. Like,
is that like an imperial import for that country?
I was going to say, Rob, is if you use one from another language, though, what would you do when you translate it to that language? You just then choose another language.
It's like the French; they have no word for entrepreneur.
Or restaurant.
Did you just restart without me?
Why were you not there?
It kicked me out of the game.
Why did it kick you out of the game?
I didn't finish. No, it
French
kicked me
have
out of the race. So
Does French have a word for win?
Are we all just picking on the AI?
I'm really confused, Max. If you if you were in the pits, you wouldn't have joined because you didn't join the race. Other than that, you should have just dragged you in.
Well, I thought so. Yeah.
Well, let's look up words that don't exist in English but exist in other languages.
Bonjour.
Shampoo.
That's just hello, isn't it?
Oh, pajamas. No, bonjour is good day.
Yeah, shampoo.
Pajamas, there you go.
Shampoo.
Bungalow.
Caravan. There's no
Oh,
English word.
bungalow's not an English word, it's an Indian one, isn't it?
Hence there is no English word for bungalow. There's also no Hungarian word for unicycle. True story. The Hungarian word for bicycle is basically bicycle. The Hungarian word for tricycle is tricycle, and the Hungarian word for unicycle is a bicycle with one wheel. Or bicycle una wheelie. I don't know what the actual Hungarian is, but they don't have a word for it.
There's no English word for being pleased and displeased at the same time. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh no, Shauka! Oh.
Race ruining contact.
I tried to take the inside and brake too hard. I meant to basically cut in front of you to force you to slam on, but I overestimated my brakes.
So let me get this right. Rob's in first position, isn't it?
No, I was. I fucked up the corner.
Oh.
Not badly, but just enough for everybody to get past.
I thought you was in front shorter.
I did the first couple of corners very well, but everything else shit.
But yeah, I'm now looking up words that exist in other languages but not English. Apparently,
Shampoo.
Spanish.
Caravan. Bungalow.
Pajamas.
Those are English words
No,
that
they're
exist
not.
in English.
No, they aren't.
No, they're not.
They're Indian words that we use in English, like entrepreneur or I can't think of anything else.
I'm so sorry, Jay.
Right, but these are words that exist in the dictionary now, are they not?
Yeah, but you can put anything in a dictionary, can't you?
Yeah, that doesn't mean they're English words. Like
You look up the word and look up the word and it'll say entrepreneur, French.
If you're be that pedantic, almost every word comes from another language at some point.
No.
Yeah, well, English is made up of a lot of...
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Well,
And these are a lot of good languages words.
but yeah, Jay, Brett, Schadenfreude. There you go, Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude.
However you pronounce it. There's no English word for that.
Schadenfreude.
Yeah, alright. However you pronounce it, there's no English word for it.
The thing is, it's a loan word. That's the difference, whether or not it's a word that you've kind of has evolved as part of the language or just been borrowed in recent times in its entirety.
Stroopwafel.
So
Yeah.
there's a question.
Because the word candy is an English word because it's derived from the Persian word kons, meaning sugar,
Yeah.
but it's not the Persian word.
Yeah,
It's
I
been
mean,
Englishified.
I'm talking about words that don't exist in English that we don't use.
Well, I don't really use Schadenfreude very often.
Yeah, that one's a more fair one. Yeah.
Stroopwafel. I mean, that doesn't make difference though. Entrepreneur is not an English word. We have no English word that means it. Whether or not we use it a lot, if we use it a lot, that doesn't suddenly make it an English word. It just means we're using the foreign a lot.
And
it's
saying
not-
that it's
I mean,
a word that you don't use a lot, and it's in a foreign language, that's basically every other word in a foreign language.
Hagelslag.
Well, no, it's just words that don't have direct translations that we don't use, right?
Yeah.
Because,
Like entrepreneur.
okay, I'm not gonna say everyone. Yes, but we use entrepreneur.
Right. Well, what does it mean? Just define it
Usually
in one
someone
word.
I mean, I can look it up.
No, define it in one word.
Well, that's not the point. You define it in more words.
Define any German word in one word.
Well,
Impossible.
crank.
I mean, to be fair, define most English words in one word.
No,
You probably could.
You said no. The point is, it's not an English word, but you can't give me a direct translation. You have to just.
I can. I have to look it up.
Yeah,
I don't know the direct translation.
What of chauffeur?
No, entrepreneur.
Yeah. Well, okay, but what about chauffeur?
Driver.
Someone drives the car. Not
No, I'm a driver, but I'm not a chauffeur.
Okay, well, someone else though. So
That's
chauffeur
not-
definition.
So it's like
A person employed to drive your car.
right. That's more than one word, Brett. So there is no English word for chauffeur.
No, the word driver, one of the meanings is somebody employed to drive your car.
Which is
If I say this is my driver, then you'll know that I mean chauffeur, not this is my driver as in Michael Schumacher is the driver of cars on my team.
Unless you're holding a
know?
drill in your hand, in which case that might not be the same thing.
Jeez.
Or a golf club.
Wait,
or a CD with software on.
but yeah,
but,
driver's too broad a term. Driver does not mean chauffeur. Chauffeur.
No, it's not too broad a term. Some uses of the word driver mean it.
But no
do mean
uses-
chauffeur.
But no uses of the word chauffeur mean a personal or private driver. It's always a driver of a vehicle for another person. That's
What?
Well, there's no concept of a chauffeur.
Which is that's why we
isn't driving.
that's why we use the word.
Yeah.
That's why we've adopted the word, because it's useful.
Right.
If there was already an equivalent, we wouldn't bother adopting or borrowing chauffeur. Like, they've come up with a good word there. It's a succinct way of saying something specific.
Fuck. No. I was hoping to cut you off, Xiaoke.
No.
This is all neck and neck at the front here.
Okay, how about this? Americans speak English. They have the word therefore, but sometimes they choose to use the word ergo because they like to, not because it doesn't exist in their language.
Well, ergo doesn't
Someone in the
exist
channel
English.
spelled that as URGO the other day.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, did they? Oh dear.
Yeah. I think I let it slide.
On ergo slippers.
Ergo is
That's Uggs.
a Latin word that means therefore.
I'll go.
Ergo is literally therefore in Latin.
Therefore, in Latin America.
I mean, let's not get started on Americanisms, because there's things like saying different than instead of different from or different to.
I think you might simplify it.
Oh, talk around the subject instead of talking to the subject instead of talking about the subject. I'm going to talk around the subject and never quite touch it.
Oh, bugger! That didn't
Who's
work.
in the white car?
My AI.
No one, it's an AI.
Well, I wouldn't touch
It's fun
the
to
subject,
be a-
that'd be weird.
That was
It's fun to be a
amazing,
pedant,
Xiaoke.
though.
I overtook you,
Like when
and
people
then
say
you overtook
things.
me.
No.
Like, if someone says revert back, do you leap down their throat and say, "You just made revert"? I might do that.
What about do the needful?
I mean, to be honest,
To be fair, that's not an English phrase.
I mean, it's Greek mythology that is my Achilles. Never mind. Screw my joke up.
We got it. Let's see where you're going.
Great to me.
We'll give you the points
Love
there.
covers a lot of positive
Good.
emotions in English, and other languages have more specific ones. Love can mean like strong like, but like proper love is a little different thing.
My AI is based on my best lap times, and it just flipped very spectacularly. Now, can I outbrake Shark on this corner? No. Oh, he went a bit wide. Maybe.
So can we put a few more AIs onto the track?
I believe each person could put an AI down. Yes. And it would just basically just be your.
Or what? You can't add like 10 like you do in Wreckfest there.
Well, you could just add an AI, and that's going to take it up to about 10.
I've got a VR question.
Yes.
In this game, when it's loading the map, as it were, the frame rate seems to drop to near nothing, and it's very sick making. And then as soon as you get into the game world, it's super smooth. Any idea?
I usually get into the game in 2D and then enter into VR from there.
But you mean loading into the map?
Yeah, I mean the
Yeah, like
loading
when
is all of about 1/10 of a second. I mean, it just goes, here's the main menu, oh, cool, and then you're in. That's it.
Well, on this, it's more like half a second to a second, but it just stops doing smooth VR for that. I don't know why.
It shouldn't do. Are you doing this via cloud stuff?
Oh yeah.
I guess
yeah.
I guess reprojection isn't helping you there.
Yeah.
Oh, Shalka, what's your first language again?
Finnish.
I'm curious. In Finnish, is there an equivalent to when you add? Yes, when you scream. To when you add words like just to extend a sentence.
Rob, that's
Okay.
that's worth clipping. If anyone has Twitch open and wants to clip that, I just basically closed my eyes and grabbed my head, and I just looked up and Rob was barreling towards me.
Yeah, that was brutal. I saw that I was in a camera behind you when that happened.
I took my headset off and looked on YouTube to watch it, and now I feel really sorry, and I'm really promise I'm not going to do it again.
If we end race, by the way, you can add between 0 and 1 AI, which will... they'll just be back markers, which is mildly interesting. Oh, I like your skin, Max. Well, end race.
I do, yeah.
Wait,
There are words like that in Finnish.
Like what? End race?
yeah, so the top
I think that would have killed you.
There are words.
you can just click add AI driver.
Race is full. No, you can't.
We've got 4 more slots, I believe.
It's just fun.
No, race is full. Full.
Oh, yeah.
It says start grid.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because I think it reserves a number of slots for real people.
Take the unreal people off.
Yeah, click off that Schalke guy.
Just have the bots.
It's not real.
So, Rob, try and take it for the first 3 corners of each race. Take it gently. To win the race, one must first finish the race.
3 laps.
3 corners. The first 3 corners.
Yeah.
Race 3 laps then, huh?
Well,
Just out of
first
curiosity,
skill lap.
To win the race, one must first finish the race, not second.
What was
You
that
must
statement
finish the race first.
the other day?
Yes. 1, can you all please hit ready? 2, Jay, say that again.
What was the safe word we was discussing the other day?
I might need a little bit more context.
A
A lot more context, actually.
for using.
You got multiple
bodily
safe words.
stream.
Are you suggesting the... What's your question, Jay?
There was a discussion the other day about having a word for saying, "Is it time for a potty break during the stream?"
Oh, yes, that's not what a safe word is. That's just a code word.
That's what
Oh,
I was
I'm
trying
too
to
early.
think of. Restart? Well, not restart.
I would say.
Max,
best
I
of
realise why I
multiple
can't hear you.
safe words.
I muted you in a previous game, so you were still muted. I think it was truck driving or something.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Oh, this is all getting...
He's rubbish anyway, that's fine.
My streaming's bad today.
My bad.
You're also in a rear-wheel drive car,
Swear at me
by the
and
way, side,
finish.
just to make your life more difficult for some reason.
Really?
Yeah? Wait,
Yeah, it's XFG.
wait, really? It's a rear-wheel drive car? Yes. Really? Will it make your life more difficult? Yes.
Like, have I changed something or failed to change something then?
You've chosen the XFR, not the XFG. It's...
Oh, right, yes.
it
I
is-
didn't choose it. It
Yeah.
must be from when we changed to that or something.
Yeah. It's broadly comparable in performance to this car, but it goes down straights a bit better and around corners a bit worse.
Is it what we chose for the
The rally.
Rallycross?
Rallycross,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Interesting racing line, Max. So onto the grass on the left, then the grass on the right, and then the grass on the left again. I mean, you're covering all the angles, which is good, but...
Oh, fuck. I've just
Wait,
lost
why
my...
are we-
You didn't turn, Si. You just
No,
went
it
straight
just-
on.
I think it's probably my screensaver disconnecting. That I'm coming across the track. I can't help it. Oh, it's fucking
Damn it!
screensaver.
Will you stop rear-ending me, you bastard?
I didn't touch anybody. Apart from Si, who
I knew.
admitted to it.
Methinks the lady
I'm
doth
not-
protest too
yeah.
much.
Whoa!
Pioneering VR cloud gaming here. It's not without its difficulties.
Oh, cheers. Just what I need.
See, all you have to do, Shaq, is be a little bit patient and then just thread your way through the pack. I noticed a lot of arrows on the map
command.
not moving there.
I just
Yes,
remembered.
I just
Just remembered the caffeinate command. Just
My
need to
pedals are
spell caffeinate.
slipping.
Only needed
Okay.
to feel the need to wind me up.
Hopefully that'll do it. Did you know that one, Rob? Caffeinate? You don't use Max anymore.
Caffeinate.
Caffeinate!
I don't use Macs for gaming, but I use them for work and for laptoping. But I don't use Caffeinate. Is that the one that frigs with the energy saving settings?
Hope so. I hope it stops it sleeping and disconnecting my crazy USB setup, yeah.
And that's one thing I didn't like about the Mac. I got a second-hand one and it was refurbished, and I managed to crash it within a couple of days trying to load a printer driver. And 2, it didn't have
Shit.
the ability to customise whatever it was I was trying to do at the time. And I was like, why can't I customise this? I can do this in Windows. And that really,
No, you-
that really
You can do any old shit in Windows. It doesn't mean it's a good idea.
No,
Yeah.
it's the ability to customise and be able to frig and be able to go, I just don't want that, I want this to work slightly differently.
Yeah, you're right, because
Yeah, you don't want
allowing,
Apple.
allowing the user to install 300 different search bars all at once is a brilliant thing Windows lets you do.
I mean, that's one of the defining things about Apple's approach is that they choose the default, and they might give you options for some things, but it's not really about customization. It's about doing
Yeah.
it the
You
Apple
must
way.
conform.
Well,
Conform!
It's not to say so.
I like it.
But Max, when you bought your car, did you go, you know what, I want the indicators on the other side? Because the manufacturer would be like, what? No, this is how it comes, this is it. So you know,
You get a lot of choice for the car, though. You get a lot of choice of options, colours, interiors, all sorts. You don't have to have the defaults. It's not the Henry Ford style anymore.
But you don't have to have the defaults on the Mac. But if you want to get a car and you want to radically change something, then you can't. If something the manufacturer doesn't offer, you can't. I mean, you can do it yourself.
Rubbish.
What? Go on then.
Of course, you can modify it yourself. You're not locked out of it.
Absolutely.
You can change the thing.
Which you can on the Mac. But I believe with the Mac, you
can't on the Mac. The Mac's like you can't do that.
What can't you do on the Mac?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's like 10 years ago. There was a second-hand Mac then.
I mean,
isn't there a big argument at the moment about right to repair and right to fucking modify and all that?
No, right to modify and right to repair is not the same thing. Not at all.
You don't really not like Macs. You just don't like a second-hand one from 10 years ago.
Well, I have no reason to go to Mac that way. No desire to go down that road. It's closed loop.
No, I mean, I have got primarily Apple devices in this house. I also have a lot of Android devices, and fuck me, they're all different. Like, I've got a Samsung, I've got like a Huawei, and
Samsung have their way of doing Android, and Google have their way of doing Android. And
so I know. So that there's no consistency.
I prefer Google's approach.
But all my iOS devices are consistent, and that's nice. And that's I'd rather it was consistent than the manufacturer. But yeah, the manufacturer buggers about that. That was 3 laps, by the way, because we clicked. Was that a new lap?
There's a bit of a downside though, which is that when there's like an exploit in iOS, it's a massive attack vector for malware.
Is there malware for Mac though? I thought that was one of the upholding features, was the fact that because it was based on...
No, that's a myth. No.
Well, it is and it isn't.
New personal best.
It's very simple.
I mean, it's my job to know this, so
there
definitely is.
There was very little malware for the Mac because there weren't very many Macs. No one in their right mind would write a scripting attack for 0.2% of the market. Like, so it was obscurity. Same thing with Linux. Oh, Linux is this, Linux is that. The moment Linux got popular, all of the exploits stopped popping up out of the woodwork when it's worth putting the time into doing it.
Like, the macOS is nicely engineered, and I like the quality of the software generally, but it's not true that it's like intrinsically more secure than other operating systems. As Adam says, it's mostly but it's still mostly because it was a small target, like Adam was saying.
Well,
it just wasn't worth.
It to be that Windows was basically best described as going to the standards and going, we'll just open everything, and Linux went to the standards and we'll close everything. Many moons ago.
I mean, it was more that back then Windows gave you were kernel level access for everything. By the way, Henry, if you want to join, this game is a free download. Just lfs.net and come and join us. If we end the race, I'll put it back to 5 laps. By the way.
Where's
Henry? We have a different track.
Yeah.
Well, we can't because. Well, have you bought the game, Rob?
Oh, shall I buy the game?
Yes, you should. Everybody else has, apart from I've got cramp in my toes. Oh my god.
Mostly, I don't want to buy the game because I might find out that I need to fucking get a new account so I can get back into the fucking thing.
Gordon said, "Let the Finnish man speak."
Rob, your username is uattack. I can see it on my screen.
No, it's not.
Does someone want my opinion?
Just get forced to the garage.
No, we're in the end race screen. But you can now change your car if you so wish.
XF GTI, right?
So what? Do I have to buy it if we want to play?
Yeah. So
another map.
There's no way to mix and match demo and game players. No. I mean,
who doesn't have the
side?
Doesn't have it then?
No, I bought it.
Oh, you do? Okay, then no one. Just you.
Just me. Okay, what should I get? S1, S2, or S3?
S2 is your best bang for buck. S3 has got only 1 track in it, but no cars.
Do you have S3?
I have S3, but only because I went to lfsworld.net, I clicked on profile, and I put 1,200 miles into this game, and I went, you know what, I should probably buy it. I feel a bit guilty.
I got S2 because Adam said it was the best bang per buck.
Yes. Well, I'm going to go and start the server up in S2 mode then. I have a batch file to do it, so it's not even going to be effort. I might... Oh, no, wait, hold on, I might have broken something. Are you still there?
Yep.
Okay. So, I'm going to walk across the room in virtual reality. Ooh, ow, that hurts. Just dropped a stick. Okay, I might take my headset off. So, server will be going down momentarily, unless that's a word I'm not allowed to use.
Back in a minute then.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, I guess you meant
You are allowed to use
momentarily and
it.
not.
It's just
Yeah, you meant it'll
debatable
be
which
down for a
way
short
you're
time,
meaning it.
didn't you? If you meant it'll be going down in a short time, then I would say that's wrong. But if you mean for a short time, then I would say that's correct. Does his batch file disconnect himself?
Shipping address. Don't ship it to me.
Being able to walk around my office. Being able to walk around my office using the pass-through on the Oculus is really good, and I am very sad that the H2 doesn't have that. G2.
Yeah, it's very nice.
G2 does have torches.
Yeah, and it's
they're pretty crap, and you've got to carry them around with you and point them where you want.
So on the Oculus,
Did you know that you can change the home screen to be passed through instead of a silly 3D environment as well? That's quite nice.
Well,
really?
When you're not in an app, you're just in your room with the menu.
Cool.
No, that's not for the G2. So on the Quest 2, if I double tap my forehead, my temple, bang, that's my room. Full screen, stereoscopic. Double tap it again, back in the game. He says, failing to get back in the game. It's brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. Whereas the G2, you get these bloody torches projecting in the world. It's like, what is this crap? Just full screen.
Were you just demonstrating that on stream, by the way?
Yeah.
Well, the reason I ask is because I noticed, as I would expect, when you're casting from the Oculus to a phone and you show the pass-through, that just comes through as grey on the casted stream, which is what I'd kind of expect, really. I was wondering if it did that for your...
No, because I'm capturing live for speed, not the VR headset. I'm capturing whatever live speed's outputting.
Right.
Okay.
You can now unlock LFS again.
Yeah, so click on unlock on the menu, and then it'll just go. Well done.
I don't pay attention to that, but I got an email saying that I had 2 more unlocks left or something. What's that all about?
Really?
Yeah.
What it is your IP unlock per week. So in order to protect your account, what they've done, I did ask them, and this is their response. You can unlock your account from 3 different IP addresses per week. So if you decided to give someone that you know your access to your account to try it, it will lock that after
that's quite a good idea.
It is a good idea. It's a bit anti-cloud gaming, though.
Yes, this is true. Rob, what I'll do, if we stick with the same car, you guys pick whatever car you like. I will take Rob around. I don't think he's done this track, so this one it's a little bit longer, and there's some... We're on the city track.
Okay.
I've only got 1 car. Oh, no, there's a car. Oh, there's loads of cars.
You now have all
Jesus.
the cars, yeah. So just for the
Where
moment...
do you want to be taken around?
Sorry, Max?
I'm just wondering how to change the car.
Click on
garage.
I've got to come out the menu.
And then car. No, click on garage, then car.
Cars are 4-wheel drive, aren't they?
The RB4 is 4-wheel drive. I don't know of anything else specifically that's 4-wheel drive.
There's an FXR there.
That's a button.
FXR. Do not drive that. My fucking god. That's the one Max made us pick. That was insane.
Oh, okay, fuck that.
What's that? SFR, where's that?
No,
right in the middle. It looks like the GTO.
Yeah, I think that's a GT spec GTO. But no, don't. But just stick in the XF GTR. I'll do a couple of laps with you, just to show you how to get around, and you just don't try ploughing full speed because it will just go.
Go on then, everyone press the button.
What are you doing, XFR or XFG?
You can do anything you like. I don't care what you guys
do.
Okay. I'm in the XFG because I'm going to take Rob and I think Si as well around to look at the track. So when you do track days, you do a slow laps usually behind a transit van, and when you do bike track days, you walk around the track first. They don't just let you loose on a racetrack without you knowing where everything is. Someone says IKZ Army Pa. Excellent. Who we went for? Jay. Sorry, Shaka?
I'm not on Twitch.
You're not on Live for Speed is my issue. And I didn't
I am on Need for
Speed. Well, then click ready.
I have.
No, you fuck off. I have.
Suddenly
It
clicked.
says connecting.
I am doing.
I am ready, Mum. Where are you, Rob? Oh, you're behind me. Yeah.
Just up behind, right?
Yeah. I'll try and take you around the racing line. This one is quite fun track, depending on your car.
Well, your car says vinyl on the back. That's fun.
Thank you. V1NYL. Wait, where's Rob? I can't see him.
Just behind you, in your blind spot.
Okay, so this corner is flat out, all the way. But you want to come all the way in, touch the curb, and then go really, really wide. So that is a full speed corner. It's terrifying. Brake again, 75 meters or so on the right, and then it's a very, very sharp turn. Again, touch the chicane on the left, touch the chicane on the right, come out in a straight line, head over towards the 50 meter marker. Again, quite a slow corner. Touch the chicane on the but come nice and close, and then nice and wide.
Pretend to touch the chicane on the right.
Try to touch the chicane.
Yeah.
Again, straightforward corner, 90 degrees. So it's this next one that's a bit weird. So you want to treat this next one as one corner, not two. So again, nice and wide, and then like this. So it's not 290 degrees. It's 180 degrees. If you do it right, it should come out. So that bit is
followed by a right turn.
Well, yeah, that bit's really fun. Over to the right.
That's pretty challenging. A whole series of
Do you
bits and
finish
pieces.
that bit sideways?
Sometimes.
Quite often, I'm thinking. Yeah.
So then up to full speed. So nice and fast.
Oh, I should have been looking at the mini map as we're going round.
Yeah. So over to the right. So at about the. So then you want to get into the middle of the road and line up for this next corner. And at about 100 meters, depending on the car, start to brake. And then over to the left, and then this is a corner of nightmares at race speeds. That's the one. Yep, that's the one where I. Oh shit! This is a different track layout. Bollocks! Whoops! I wasn't expecting that corner. Oh man, I can't take you on this. I've never been on this, but this is another hairpin coming up by the looks of it. Oh, then we're up.
I don't like this because it's got London postcodes. But it's not London.
It's set in South London.
What yellow flag means? Does it mean I'm awesome?
Yellow flag means that someone in front of you is crashed or going.
That may or may not be me.
So I'm doing this blind, but I think I'm doing it about right.
I just came over the brow of that hill very fast to find you two had suddenly moved to a completely different position in the road. I was like,
Are you doing that right, Adam?
I've never done this.
Like,
I've chosen the wrong layout of this course.
Yeah.
You had one job.
There was an unexpected, very sharp bend like the hairpin there.
So now
job.
Up to full speed, all the way. Come on, put your foot down. So you want to set in the slowest car, but at this point here, you want to go straight down the middle, and you want to just graze the chicane on your left, and then come up.
Yeah, I bet this is scary in a fast car.
It is scary in a fast car.
Oh God!
Can you change your car mid-race?
No. Well,
No one saw that, right?
Let's go to pits.
You can start getting in a different car. At the moment, we'll choose a slightly more exciting car.
I just did a pirouette.
I saw.
I barely touched the side.
Is there an English word for pirouette, do you think?
Spin.
No,
Spin on the spot.
a spin.
Bit fast, Rob.
Not a word though.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, those it looks like a T-junction until you get to it, and then there's cones on the left, and you can only turn right. But you don't see the cones until very late.
I
Yes.
think at the end of this lap we should restart because I think Rob, despite this being a sighting lap, has broken his car.
No? What are you talking about?
Rob, I can see your car.
Easy done, mate. It's easy done. Don't think you're special.
Why do you think it's broken?
I can see it. And you're on the wrong side of the road. So you want to brake at about 100 meters, 75 at the latest, in a straight line, then get over to the left. Are you going to plough into the corner? Into the wall? Yes!
Like,
Yes!
Amazing.
Could we have like an easy mode for the newbies where they get the racing line drawn on the map on the road?
And the braking zones.
Oh, fast.
You know what I mean? When you do the training, like the first lesson, as it were, it's got a nice line drawn on the road for you to show you the racing line.
Levels.
I don't know. Not as far as I'm aware.
It'd be great if you could.
The first rule about those training rebels is you don't talk about those
Yeah,
training.
I mean, mostly what you should do is look out for the tarmac, where there's lots and lots of lots of skid marks. Where there's skid marks, that's probably where you want to be.
All right, Mister. I can turn my graphics options up so high I can see rubber on the road.
That's it. Bit wrong, a bit fast.
Like my graphics settings are pretty damn low, and I'm seeing rubber on the ground.
Yeah, I'm surprised if you can't.
Oh, well, I can on this because it's a massive data center Xeon 8-core processor or something like that.
What you actually mean is it's 8 shares of a 64 or 128 core processor.
There we go.
Yeah.
Full speed.
I don't know how the graphics cards get divided up. It's probably a grid thing. I don't know much about them, but I assume they work in a similar way.
So you're full of shit saying go through that at full speed.
Did you not?
It's a bit dangerous.
I guess you've got a break coming out of it, right?
No. You should be full speed all the way through that corner.
Oh, right. That's why my car's broken.
You keep hitting the walls. Shall we end and switch out to all the same car? Should we go for the RB4, which is a nice 4-wheel drive car? It's not too fast for the newbies. And shall I switch to the other course that doesn't have all the extra bits on it?
Yes.
I just want to get better at racing fast.
By the way, Rob, I think I can log in on my phone and like increase the number of cores on the fly. And stuff
On
like
the fly. That makes perfect
costs
sense,
more,
doesn't it?
but it costs more per hour. Yeah, Windows can do that. Windows can handle more cores being added.
As a
What
rule
car are we
of
going for,
rule
sorry?
of thumb, Max, driving fast is something you want to do when you are completely familiar with where
Competent.
you should be on the course. Otherwise, it just happens too fast. It's just like, oh bugger, there's that corner. I mean,
So which car?
I'm going to go for the RB4. So the RB4 is the green one on the left-hand side. It's a 4-wheel drive turbocharged car. It's got ABS. It's got a turbocharger. It's quite a competent little car. It's not too fast. It's a nice sort of step up, but it's not going to kill you. We will do some on the in the F1 car. There's an actual licensed F1 car, and just driving it in VR is a treat because you sat there, you're ever so low, and you go from 1st to 7th in about 5 seconds. So yeah, I'm in the RB4 GT. You can choose another one, but if you beat me, that just means it doesn't count.
You could stick me in the fastest, most controllable car in this game, and I still wouldn't beat you.
Yeah. So as I say, the rule of thumb, Max, is once you are completely
With that attitude.
confident with where to be and how to do anything, that's the time to go for a faster car. But the F1 car, I mean, I can't cope. I mean, I'm not an F1 driver. Whoa! Yep. On the left, all the way through, out at full speed. Now, at this corner, this left-hander, brake hard. Don't screw it up. Don't go too fast. Going fast to send you. Ooh, Schalke.
Nice recovery, Max.
I think that was Schalke's fault. Oh, who just plowed into the corner?
E, watch where you're going, Roadhog.
Why in the wrong car?
Aim from behind.
What
I'm
car?
in the wrong car. I'm in one that's not well beyond my capabilities. Well, I might still be, but I'm not in that one.
Shopping.
I like the way you just span out after 3 seconds and then ask me why I'm in the wrong car. I think you just answered your own question there.
To be fair, this one does have ABS. You can brake nice and hard and still get a little bit of steering. I'm trying to get past Mr. Slowpoke here. I'll wait for him to crash on this hairpin.
Yep. I mean, I might be slow, but at least I've maintained my position so far.
I'm Mr. Skiddy.
The corners are so deceptive if you so read them as a right when they're a left if you're not looking at the map
Yeah.
or haven't memorised it.
Yeah.
Don't look at the map. Look at the big red sort of things going 150, whatever. You know,
Okay.
with the big sort of signs.
They don't tell you which.
Yeah. They do. They're pointing.
Yeah, they have arrows. Look for the arrows, Rob.
White arrow
That's
Yeah.
on the red background.
That's a good tip.
Hey!
Good tip, Max. Thank you.
So I do.
On your right.
Where am I going? Into the codes. Where we're going, into the codes. Every bloody time.
Jay, I don't think this is wide enough for 2 cars.
Oh wow, that's spectacular. That's spectacular. That's spectacular. Oh yeah.
Oh boy, my face is hot.
Because of the VR? Or
which-
because of
which
motion
one?
sickness? Or because you're
Yeah.
not blowing enough?
I'm beautiful.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Oh yeah, I am not blowing any air. I should blow some air. But then I figured it'd blow at the microphone.
I have an aircon unit literally blowing on me right now. It's the coldest I've been all day. With my dilemma, by the way, I've contacted about 40 more aircon firms trying to get any other quotes. So I can see if this kid, and I use the term loosely, is reasonably priced, massively undercutting, or massively overcharging. Because of the phrase, as I said, these are cash prices. And I'm like, yeah, I know what cash prices.
The thing is, for that cash price as well, you don't know if he's actually nicking the gear from work.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. I think that's fairly unlikely.
Like, he could be buying the units for you, but he might be fucking using all of work's tools.
I suspect he might be,
What
but I have looked up his name. He's not a real company. He's not on Company's House. So there has the issue that I do question whether or not he has liability insurance.
You're within your rights to ask him for a copy.
I did wonder about that, but I go, yeah, it's cool. You know,
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I used to have people ask me for a copy of my insurance all the time if it was
but I mean, if it was
asked for, it was given.
if it was a couple of £100 and he wants to do cash price, I'm happy with that, but not at a couple of grand.
No.
That's bugger. Oh, my car's at a funny angle now. Oh, I think Schalke's is too. Yeah, when I brake, the car pulls hard to the right.
I think I should have pitted there.
I mean,
Have you tried in the enforced pitting thing yet or not?
we did that when we played it last, but we haven't done it since we started up again this year. Unfortunately, I can't remember what the command is, but I can switch it on. But it just means that we
It's
all
just
have
an
to do
option
it.
in the
Yes,
first thing, isn't it?
it's an option in the config file. Yeah.
No, if you go into the main race screen, the first race screen where it says, what's the name? It's got number of pits for everybody.
It's got a number of laps, then it has qualifying off on.
I think it's under the qualifying one, it says pitting required.
I don't believe I saw that, but you might be right.
There's 3 options there, I'm sure there is.
Yeah, when I brake, the car pulls to the right as soon as the force feedback. I'm going to blame Schalke. Not for any reason, not like get away
We
with
did
it.
it solo. I have video proof. The dashcam comes to the rescue.
I think I'm going to have to pit on this one. My car seems very lopsided to the left-hand side. I think I crushed
Yeah,
it.
but if you've done major damage, you can't fix it at the pit. The pit is for...
You can do major damage at the pit.
No, there's loads of stuff you just can't fix. It'll just
Well,
go...
yeah, the words major damage.
Oh, yeah, but there's lots of damage that it won't fix. So there is some
Like,
major
for
it will.
example, my
But,
roof
you know,
is crushed.
You know, if you've knackered the wishbone, like I say, you know, they don't replace that.
Why not?
Because it would take longer than the race lasts to fix it.
Like, I'm having to turn 3/4 of the way to the left
Well, we learned
just
that,
stay
Jake.
straight.
So this track's quite cool, by the way, but it's not very forgiving because there's no runoff. So I've raced on tracks like this in reality, and it's scary. You screw up, it's not whoops daisy, I'm on the grass. It's oh dear, I've hit the
I've got a
arc.
headache.
Yeah, I've been on F1 tracks, and they are designed for spectators to watch. And they're not very
I
fun.
wonder how many people have lost their cars on track days on this sort of track, and then gone out and purposely fucking done damage to their car at an accident to get the insurance to fix it.
Probably not very many. I mean, if you're doing a track day, you're not insured, you're an idiot. You are.
True.
If I drive into a Ferrari, I really don't want to be paying for that out of my own pocket.
No. But what I mean is, I wonder how many people actually just claim off their normal insurance.
Well, it's what certainly happens on bike track days. Now, my bike track day that I wrote my bike off, I was insured because it wasn't a track day, it was a rider skills experience day. But what will happen is if you break your bike on the racetrack, they will pick up your bike, pop it on the back of a truck and dump it just outside the racetrack, and you go, I've broken my bike, come and pick me up to the RAC or whatever. So that's what normally happens there. It's a bit harder with a car, and of course if you've hit the wall at anything above about 15 miles an hour, it's going to be really fucked. It's not just, oops, I've scuffed it a bit, it's, you know, I've done a lot of damage.
Well, we used to have guys that used to come in and have their fucking axles hanging off by the end of the day. Like, this was people that had proper competition Land Rovers and Pajeros and stuff like that that spent absolute fortunes on their cars. And they was absolutely destroyed. And it's just like, surely they're not going to pay for that. Surely they're going to try and claim off of the insurance.
Well, maybe. I mean, sometimes people don't realise what damage you're doing to it. I had one guy I did track day where they didn't turn off the ECS. So, ESP.
What?
Electronic Stability Control. ESC,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, he didn't turn it off. So he got through an entire set of brake pads and brake rotors in an afternoon. You're supposed to turn that off on a racetrack, or the computer's constantly trying to help you.
I bet they was fucking glowing.
Well, I was like, that's supposed to, because I went out and I was like, that's supposed to be off. He's like, oh shit, I've forgotten.
Hey.
I'm so glad I saw that, Max. That's what you get for being an arse.
I need to brake much earlier.
Yeah, how's that correct car working out for you?
Won't spin still.
Correct R?
Correct car. I'm in the wrong car,
Oh, are you winning?
but I'm not on my roof. Well, I was, but I had
fine,
apparently had to go and deal with the world's largest spider.
Oh.
Is how it's described.
I thought you were going to say poo. And spider is also, so what, a huntsman? Wow, in England, like 18, 20 inches across. That's quite unusual.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ow.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's the point at which I just burn the house down.
Yeah.
I've just bought my
In fact,
house.
that's
I don't want to burn
it's
it down.
about 19 inches longer than burning your house down territory. Even if it's 18 inches bigger, it's 19 inches longer.
People bringing the Afghan spiders back, that is a big fucking big thing with the military at the moment. Like, for years the soldiers were bringing their spiders back in their kit, and they're killing pets and all sorts now. The camel spider, the Afghan camel spider, troops were bringing them back in their kit bags,
Quite
and they're
Quite
killing
unusual, though. It's not a widespread issue.
No, it's mostly ex-military properties and stuff like that where they've moved and people have moved in with pets and the pets are now being bitten by spiders and killed. Like, the most you would get is like a really manky wound on your foot if it bit your foot.
I don't like this story.
Yeah, fun
But you
No.
conversation.
just kill a dog or a cat.
Yeah, fun conversation as this is. Do we want to do the same cars again, or do you want to switch out for a different car for this, the next run?
I think Max should stay in the same car.
Is there a small rear-wheel drive car?
Yes, but you really don't want to drive it, Jay.
Which one is it?
The Caterhams.
Oh no, fuck that.
Don't ever drive a rear-wheel drive car. Like, no one should ever drive a rear-wheel drive car unless you're drag racing. Thank you, Flabbergasted, Mitsubishi. My choice was Fujitsu, but I said I just want another quote before I make a decision. Because I have no
I
idea.
don't actually know if I know anyone that does that sort of thing.
Well, if I don't get any, I signed up for a different website. If I don't get any responses, my next option is just to start ringing people up. I use Quosha, and the wonderfully named pricemyairconjob.co.uk, I think it was, something like that.
Okay.
It's just a wrapper around Quosha. That's all. Can we end the race then, so we can? And
Oh, okay. I thought.
no,
No, this is my last lap.
no, it's,
There you
you're,
go.
no,
I've
you're
finished.
done. Yeah, I know.
Am I?
Yes, you were done
Oh.
quite some time ago. So, do we want to go with the same car, or do we want to choose different cars?
I'm happy to go with whatever car.
Stick with this if it's all right.
What, the RB4 or the XFG in your case?
XF GTI.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to stick with the XF GTI because I know it. The RB4 is quite fun, but it's a bit squirmy under braking.
Who's got the XF GTI?
Yeah, SI has. I mean, I'll happily go with the XF GTI because I screw up a lot less.
That's the XFG, isn't it? Or XRG?
XFG is the front wheel drive. XRG is the rear wheel drive. So I'm in the XF GTI with the cool skin. Izzard is also in the XF GTI, but not with the cool skin.
I'm putting a cool skin on now.
Hashtag death.
I think I've actually.
Oh, that's loud. What was that? Who was that?
I think that was me dropping something.
I was going to say, I think someone just passed out.
I don't know what I've done, but the game has crashed, or it's gone all black screen. But I'm going to call it a night now anyway. So that was good fun.
Oh, well, I'll see you at 4 to 5 o'clock-ish tomorrow.
Righty-ho. Goodbye.
Sure.
Bye.
How do I turn this off?
F4.
No.
It really. Take the headset off.
Has anybody seen or heard of from Izmir or Blood Rose today?
Not today, no.
Normally Izmir is right on with.
We're waiting on. I'm going to kick Rob, and then I'm waiting on Max.
Can you kick Max as well?
No.
Oh, there you go. What are we all in? Oh, God. Who's in the caterum? Is that you, Max, in the yellow caterum?
Nope. That'll be Sniper Vicious, I presume.
Oh, he's a twat then. I don't know what's the point. I go, look, I'm the best. Well, you're not, are you? Plus, he's going to plough off around every corner in that car, I'm sure. So,
Oh, come on! Who was that? Was that you, Max?
No, that was me.
Wait,
you
that-
just drove straight
yeah.
into me.
Yeah, so you ploughed right into Jay then. That was definitely you.
Bullshit. Right.
No,
I have video.
I was on the racing line, inside racing line. That was your fault.
I ploughed into you when you were behind me. I got
No,
hit
I
by
was in front of
behind.
you.
No, you didn't.
I was
got
in your
him
blind
behind.
spot.
No, Matt, sorry, you just ploughed
There was
across.
no one in front of me.
You just ploughed across from the right-hand side to the left-hand side right into Jay. You really did. Did you look to your left before you pulled across? Tell the truth now.
Well, there was no one in front of me. I'll say that.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
you
but,
won't-
but it was
if
anyone
you've
to your
got your-
left.
If you've got your field of view set as
He's in
default,
VR.
you won't see shit. So you should have
He's in
no
VR.
excuse for
Yeah.
not looking to the left.
Well, you shouldn't have tried to squeeze past me. Apparently that's wrong.
No, I was taking the racing line. You encroached on me.
And we can always refer to the replay, and then I can just ban one of you for 24 hours for your
Go for it.
But the problem with
I've
that
got-
is that's the sort of thing that would probably go to a race adjudicator who would argue for an hour or so.
Okay.
I say just
happy to-
take it easy on the first corner, Jay. And don't try to squeeze
That
past
was
someone.
the second corner.
Don't take it easy on the first few corners, Jay. Don't try to squeeze past someone.
Oh, would you like me to turn my speed limiter on and just stick to 50 mile an hour the entire race?
No, but
No, just for the first few corners, take it easy and don't try to squeeze past
Yeah.
someone.
I think, to be honest, I think Sai, I don't know why you swerved across quite so much, but I think Jay was a bit far to the right, and then Sai ended up quite a bit far to the left. But both of you should probably have been a little bit more present to the other person.
To be honest, I was tempted to brake and I thought, no, he won't pull across on me.
If he pulls across on you, then...
I don't think you put that much thought into it.
Yeah. If he pulls across on you, Jay, then that's possibly a good idea just to dab the brakes. Again, coming out of the first corner behind someone, but with your car fully working, is definitely preferable to coming out of the corner with your car knackered, but slightly ahead. Max, is that you right up that guy's arse?
Yes.
Holy shit, go you.
I've been off for quite a while.
I've got a fucking giant moth in my room that I swear is the size of a sparrow.
Well, if you put the VR headset on, you can't see them.
The
I
world's
haven't got a
biggest
VR
moth.
headset.
Need a cat. They like them.
No, this thing is fucking huge.
Cats do like the big moths. They cannot lie.
So are you still in, sire, or did I knacker you?
Wow. Let me just pass that. First of all, thanks for the admission. Secondly, I'm still in.
That was not an admission.
Well, it's the judge.
I was not going to give up my position that I was in the right.
As the old phrase goes, Jay, I'm sorry you chose to make me mad.
Yes.
Or as my mum said, when I used to try and walk in front of cars saying I had the right of way, she goes, that would be very comforting to you on your hospital bed.
See where you get it from. You're your mother's son.
I really am.
I love your mum.
Good. Have you met my mum? I think you have.
Yeah.
Mum's an old lady now.
I'm telling you that I love her.
She's like 87, I think.
I mean, it's a challenge.
My
So
mum's
you know them.
So I'm still not seeing Sai catching up behind me. I'm not.
Oh, fuck off.
I've been going slow for you.
What do you mean you've been going slow for me?
I've stopped, come to a near state.
I don't want you anywhere near me. Have I not made this clear? You're a fucking liability. Get away from me.
I've just had
Go to the other side of the course.
I've just had my attention gotten by someone throwing a sock at me. Worked quite well, didn't scare me. I think they've actually just been genuinely scared by someone touching you in VR. Or a sock hitting you. Apparently that's all good. But yeah, it's. I mean, I will reiterate, it is a good idea to be patient and cautious, because I've won lots of races within half a lap of the finish line, just because the person in front of me has screwed up. And you want to basically not be the person to screw up, you want somebody else to.
Yeah, and by that token, instead of being all criticising my amateurish driving, you should acknowledge if your position is that my driving's no good, then stay away from me and play it safe.
Pretend he's Lewis Hamilton. I mean, I've mentioned before, I've had this. I've had racing like potential racing drivers on track days treating me like I'm a racing driver. I'm really not. These guys are much, much better than me, much, much braver, but to my mind, they're dangerous. They're usually kids in, say, Guettas, like little teeny tiny sports cars designed for, like, if you want to get into F1, sort of like that's one of the beginning places. But,
Who's in the green and black car that is just slamming into the walls as they go around the course?
I thought that was you.
No, I'm not in green and black. Who's got green at the front and black at the back? They've hit the walls on 4 consecutive corners now.
You can tell the race officials. To answer your question.
Was that you? Is it you,
How
Max?
far behind are you?
Fantastic. Can I get a tow, please? I need a tow.
Max, do you know what colour your car is?
Yes, I do.
on fire.
Is it green and black?
You're whinging about you, old woman. Put the car back in the pits and go. Oh, what? And it's all your progress is gone.
Oh
Start
yeah,
again.
yeah. If you teleport,
Bloody nothing.
yeah, well you did just teleport to the pits. You have to baby it back to the pits. You want to carry on.
Yeah, I can't do that because the car's on its roof.
Oh, well then, So another hint: to win the race, one must keep all 4 wheels on the ground as much as possible.
So many rules.
I know, but they're more like guidelines.
It's a bit like when you have to recover in single-player SnowRunner, having driven for 3 hours to get across maps with no garage. It's actually gutting.
I'm trying to figure out how fast I can take this hairpin. It's pretty fast.
One of the things I appreciate about SnowRunner's map design is they quite often give you a long journey that ends in a deceptively risky bit of ground that suddenly dips away at a bad camber just before the target point, the drop-off point or something.
Yes, they got those.
So-
They're one of the bases in Russia has those massive wet holes that you just like. They're about 4 feet deep. You're like, cool, I've made it. Splosh. There's my axle.
Exactly.
Just out of
And by
curiosity, why did we stop playing SnowRunner?
Because we're tired of it crashing so much, and we're waiting for them to actually fix it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, mostly there's the fuel bug, which is annoying, but I would say even more annoying than that is the physics handoff when you want to pull something on the winch.
Yeah, and you got to quit back
That's-
to the garage to break it, and then sometimes it
Yeah.
switches onto. Like, I don't understand why that's not been fixed. It's been out for months on Steam.
Well, we're doing that as a matter of habit now. The guy I play on the PlayStation with, just every time we want to winch each other's vehicles, we're just sort of going off to the garage.
Oh, you mean so you're not in it?
You may pass.
Did you get blue
So-
flag then, by the way?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
but I also saw you in my rearview mirror.
Ah, too fast. Ah, you took it much better than I did. You didn't graze the wall.
And if this was real life, the walls would be a bit easier to see now because they'd be covered in black and green paint.
Bits of my car, all done up in 80s neon.
The odd wing sticking out.
I'm going to try to take this corner full speed. I have done it before. That is the goal. Full speed, in, touch, slide. A little bit fast.
What the fuck? Max, would you mind coming back and giving me a
Well, we're done.
tug?
We are. That was the whole rest. That was the whole rest.
Yeah, I'd start again anyway, so I'm only on lap 2, so I just want to see if I can complete the lap to get a sort of timing measure.
Shall we
Oh,
try?
I might be alright.
Should we try the
Yeah,
FBMs,
this
which
was for us.
is the slowest of the single seaters? There is a go kart, but that's a little terrifying.
Is there another track that we could try as well?
There's loads, but that means you've got to learn it. Remember.
That's fine. It'd be interesting and
If we
maybe
go
a
back to,
bit.
if we go back to the default track, but with a nicer different car, that'd be interesting.
Okay, we can do that. So there's a
Which
track.
one was
you
the
know.
one you were suggesting, car-wise?
Hold on. Well, if you want to go back to the track we know, then it's not the FBM because that's one that you did have access to. So we want to do the GP track up thingy. What car should we choose then? What car would you like, Max? But this is a track you know. Hopefully intimately.
So which track are we using again? Sorry.
Blackwood.
The default one.
The one you know, but we'll use one of the new cars. Which car would
Okay.
you like us all to pick?
So let's pick. Because they're all souped up anyway, aren't they? So
The UF 1000 isn't.
I'm thinking the middle, second row down might be nice.
Should we try the XR GT Turbo then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice and sunny.
XR GT Turbo. It is a
Is that a
rear-wheel
Sunny
drive.
or a Vector?
It looks like a Datsun 350Z that's been crossed with something. So this is a
350Z.
rear-wheel drive turbocharged car. So it's the I've forgotten the name of it now already. I apologise. So we're in the XR GT Turbo.
Yeah.
Which is what
XRR.
XRT. XRT, not the XR GTR. Yeah, the XRT, not the XRR. That's another.
I'm
car.
on XR GT, which is neither of those.
Yeah, so it's the middle one down. It's the lower blue car. It's the lowest all blue car, XRT. It's the most fun when we are all in, basic stock cars, because then it's just about who all about the most skilled player.
Oh, right. The 3-letter thing is XRT, but the full name is XR GT. Got you.
Yeah. Jay,
Hello.
I'd like to point out the options are
Yeah.
no qualify, race 5 laps, low wind. That's it. There's no option for how many times we hit.
No, this was on a different race, on a different screen. I can't remember where it was.
This is the screen where I choose that, I'm afraid.
Um,
But you're probably thinking about single player, not hosting.
oh, bollocks. Why have I just been kicked?
Oh,
Disconnected, it says.
goodbye, Flabbergasted. Yeah, Jay is not here. I don't know why.
It
Jay has
said
correct.
you have been voted to be kicked.
Ah, fair.
No, I didn't kick you.
That's probably Sai.
No, I haven't touched anything.
No.
I can't join or anything. Oh, yes, I can. It's allowing me to.
Have
now.
you chosen the right
It
car?
didn't. It didn't say to us you were
Yeah, it's RGT Turbo.
kicked. It just said you disconnected.
Yeah.
No, it said I was kicked.
Not to us.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know what the fuck that's about.
Schalke and Max, could you please hit go? There we go. So again, as ever, don't skip the lights. Oh, we can do this track in reverse now as well.
Oh,
Reverse?
when is Farm Sim?
Reverse gear.
Like mirror, like backwards, like in the other direction.
Backwards, you say?
Yeah. Yes, but forwards. Oh, this one has got a lot more power. So who's gonna overcook it on the first corner?
Me. I'll go first.
So nice and gently on the accelerator when turning. In fact, don't put power down until you're pointing straight.
I did try to slam the brakes.
Yeah, so again, I don't know why you
God
guys find it so
damn it.
hard. Slowly round the first corner. Slowly round the first 3
Yes, suddenly.
corners. Huh?
I was pointing in the right direction, and I then cooked it.
And don't accelerate unless you're pointing in a straight line.
I was pointing in a straight line, I thought.
Well, considering you
Oh, the car's terrible.
considering you crashed halfway through a chicane, Max, I put it to you that no, you weren't. I know, Schalke,
Is your car on
I'm
ice?
literally
Schalke,
stuck in gravel.
look
It
at
won't let
Look
me
at the
do
top
it.
right. Schalke, look at the arrows top right.
Yeah.
No, it's a rear-wheel drive car, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
the problem.
nice and gently. Don't
Put your foot down,
don't
any
stop
slight
it.
turn, and it's going to just spin out somewhere strange.
Yep. But you don't accelerate around corners. You accelerate gently and mostly on the straights. But essentially, as we go up classes of car, the motor rig starts to move more and more and more. Because obviously the car itself is, oh my, this thing is very drifty. Because the car itself is actually throwing a lot more G-forces, so the seat moves a lot more. So again, if you've got your sound on, you can hear the turbo. You can also glance down. You can see the turbo pressure.
Oh, right.
Once the turbo pressure comes up, that's when all the power is on.
Does this game give you wind noise as well?
Yes.
I thought I heard that in the default car, the
You hear it a lot more
first one we were driving, on the straight.
You hear it a lot more in an open top car.
Nice. Oh dear.
Oh, I did.
On
Why
the
am I
grass.
following you? Why would I do that?
It's calculated. Perfect.
Well, you didn't touch any of the grass. That's a start.
Well, what I would say is that this car demands a very different approach.
Softly, catchy monkey. Does that have a different horn? No. You can choose horns, by the way. I heard someone with a clown horn. I don't know how you do that.
My binds are working.
Or did you want like / clown horn?
Also, these farming sim pedals are no good for this racing stuff. My feet
Yeah.
and ankles and all sorts start to really like weird out on the pain thresholds.
Yeah, you've got to be quite gentle, which is. But you can set the slew rate of anything, so you can do it. So even if you stomp your foot right down, it still takes half a second to apply.
That's what I've got turned on.
I forgot what it's called. Is it like button press time or something? I call it slew rate, but I don't think that's what this game calls it.
Can't remember.
Have you done any of the open wheeled cars yet, Cyan VR?
No, I haven't done
No.
anything apart from the 3 cars with
Formula.
you've seen me in.
Oh. Wait, your personal best is better than mine. I'm not having that.
Anyone want to settle this? Fight!
Oh, I'm not good at that bit.
Steer left to turn right.
Well, yeah, once it starts to drift, yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Act like
I'm slowly getting this back. It reminds me of driving a fucking Volvo.
Weren't Volvos all front-wheel drive?
No, the early Volvos were
Rear-wheel drive.
rear-wheel drive.
345s and that, yeah.
Yeah,
Given
the
they're a snowy
340s,
country.
440s and all that.
Given it's a snowy country car, I'm quite surprised because rear-wheel drive vehicle's not any good in the.
I tell you what, if you've ever driven a 240 in the snow, you'll be very, very surprised.
Is it a rear-wheel drive car?
Yeah.
So it can go in a straight line only, unless it's got magic tyres.
No,
Yes.
they are really capable vehicles the way that they're set up.
How would it steer when it has very little traction? Does it have power to the front wheels?
No,
Then it will go in a straight line. That's how physics works, right? There's no magic solution. If you don't have any power, you
I
can...
don't know how they do it, but a Volvo 240 is an incredible vehicle to drive in the snow.
I believe you might think that if you've never driven a four-wheel drive or front-wheel
I
drive
have driven a four-wheel drive, and I tell you what, I would take a Volvo alongside a Land Rover Discovery any day.
That's some news. Remember, I went out in my Impreza
Who's
when it
in pole
snowed.
position?
Schalke.
It may have also had a lot to do with the tyres as well. The tyres on it were very nice.
Even so, if you don't have any power going through them, you can't steer. All you're doing is you're relying on the second slip angle, but you don't have any friction to apply to it. This is why front-wheel drive cars are great at steering in the snow, why rear-wheel drive cars are good at going uphill, but only four-wheel drive can do both.
I'll see if I can find a video on a Volvo in the snow.
Well, that's not going to prove anything unless you compare it against another car doing the same thing. But are there loads and loads of videos of people in Volvo 240s in the snow pulling other much bigger vehicles that are stuck out of the snow?
No,
There's
no,
hundreds
not
of
like that.
Subaru
I'm
ones.
talking about the ability to get stuck in the snow is very slim.
Yeah.
driving a Volvo.
Well, the other thing you could do is find someone else that says the same thing. That's another good way of making a point.
Yeah, Brett. He's not here. Yeah,
Is Brett a Volvo now?
No, I was speaking through earlier conversation. This car is quite a handful, by the way. It does really, really, really not want to be facing the same way.
It
Lots of power,
is.
turbo, so it's a unpredictable torque curve. It's heavy, and it's got no aero.
I'd like to restart this race at some point with this.
No, that's what a loser would say.
I'm used to it. No, I don't give a damn. Like, this race first, I don't care.
Oh, 142. I've equalled my best time in the shit car.
I'm managing to get around some of the bends. I still need practice on the majority of them, though.
Well, I just crashed 5 laps in, so I'm not learning.
Yeah.
So as I said, I'm running at 120 frames a second, and I can just tell when it drops to 60. Like, it looks juddery compared to 120.
Oh, you'd absolutely hate playing on this setup because it's a far cry from proper local VR.
Yeah, I have been spoiled.
Gets the job done though. I mean, you know, I could go and buy a gaming PC, and I have considered it, but I quite like not owning one as well.
Well, I mean,
I think I like that more.
I mean, remember, I used to play this on the DK1. I played Euro Truck Simulator on the DK1. VR is awesome. Even shit VR is awesome. It's just that good VR is much better.
Has anyone got or had Richie's plank experience, by the way? Because I was thinking of getting that to let people have a go at work.
We specifically didn't get that at the arcade because it's a good way to get stuff damaged. Did you see people like jumping off the end of the plank onto the building, just into the television?
Yeah.
Or the wall?
Yeah. It seems to get a lot of praise, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know why that is.
So it's the physical item matching up into VR. So I've got Guitar Hero in VR, and it's amazing. You put a little adapter on the Guitar Hero controller, and you get to see it in VR. So you can look down, you're pressing the right buttons, and it's so cool.
Yeah, so you need to spend 10 quid on it and have a plank of wood that you then import into the world.
Yeah, it really does make a difference because you can feel it and touch it, and it becomes a surprising amount more immersive. Time is it? We haven't got much long left, so should we do an FBM race? Now the FBM are they're the slowest of the open-seaters, and the difference between that and this car is the torque curve is predictable, and it's got aero. So it has downforce, rather than this one which just goes, haha, corner, let's look the other way. So if we vote to end race...
What does the 5 laps column mean? The best lap, 5 laps? Okay, it's alright, so Schalke's. So does that mean I was a minute and 12 seconds slower than Schalke?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. FBM is the bottom or left-hand side. Formula BMW, FBO2, FBM.
Where are you seeing this?
Under the... How I can just say
full
one across
sorry,
at the
I see
bottom.
it. You said... Yeah, okay.
So this is the slowest of them. So again, rely on it. Now, if you're using, I can't describe this exactly right for everyone, but to change gear in this, you cannot be pressing the accelerator. It doesn't work. So you literally can't. So if you're pressing the accelerator, it won't change gear. So you must bounce the accelerator when you change gear. You have to. Or you can change gear, hold the gear change lever, and when you bounce the accelerator, then it changes.
It's on automatic. What's it do?
Are you on fully automatic?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't need to do anything then.
Right.
I think Izzard's just choosing his colour.
So...
Oh no, sorry, I thought I pressed go.
Are you away working, or are you local to where you work?
Are you asking if he's at home? That's a little bit weird. Are you at home?
Bollocks!
Oh, why did I follow you?
I'm gonna win!
I don't know why I was looking at you.
No, I saw the light.
Why did I follow you?
I don't know, but it's kicked me out of the race.
Yeah,
The camera looks good the spectator camera looks good in VR.
Yeah, I think there's
Oh, is that what that was?
5 of us in the race, and I think 4 of you might jump the lights.
I didn't even jump the lights. I just followed the car in front. I completely forgot to look at the lights. Do you know what it was? I was so I was processing Jay's question. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was like, what is he asking?
Did we get everyone?
It was I.
Wait, you should be in now.
Oh no,
Max?
I'm not in it, am I?
I hit
Wait a
join.
minute, I've got to
There you go.
hit
Hit
join.
join. Press escape here, join.
Go, go! So yeah, this car in VR is a treat. They are so cool feeling. Bear in mind also the one that this and the other car, this has got slicks. So you have lots and lots and lots of grip on the road and none on the chicane. Do not drive on the blue and white. There is no grip. You will spin off in a heartbeat.
I got around the chicane without crashing. That's a first for me.
Sunlight's gone all sunsetty.
Yeah, I chose a different lighting layer because I forgot it existed.
Why is Adam braking in the middle of the straight?
I wasn't. I was on the side of the straight.
It has way better brakes than the other cars.
Stopped.
I just came out of VR for some reason.
Oh, you did a shortcut on my screen. So Jay, don't hit the blue and whites.
I don't know why I did that. The game just exited VR. I've gone back in and it's as if nothing happened.
I'm having
Really
a moment.
unhelpful.
I'm looking at the left-hand side of my vehicle and I can't change my view.
Joysticks.
No, I'm moving the mouse, and the mouse isn't moving my view. I was saying
Click on the
fucking
window.
TikTok. Hey?
Does the window have focus?
Sorry. I don't think.
These cars are also a lot more fragile than ones.
Why can't they move?
You're on gravel. You got slicks.
What do I do?
Gently. You could molecule it on, but you have to be gentle. I think
No,
that
it's not letting me. I'm going to throw a bursting.
it's like given that you ram Jay's camera's broken, Sai's come out of VR.
Oh.
Should we just so
Yeah, this race is a fuck up.
Schalke, you won that one. Well done.
Name.
Just through a process of elimination, quite literally.
Like the Running Man, but in cars.
I like that film.
I can't remember ever seeing it.
Too many steroids make you death.
Time to stop running. Who loves you and who do you love?
I did vote to restart, by the way, but I don't think anybody else did.
I'll be back. Only
Oh,
immigrants.
sorry, didn't notice it. Do you want me to vote to restart or what?
Yeah, as I said, Schalke's defined. Schalke absolutely got a way out of it. You guys on the hand just sort of did your best
Everything
impression.
went
Oh,
tits
this
up.
Yeah.
Do you suppose that pressing the reset view thing on the Oculus, is that the same as pressing F8 in the game?
Yes.
Resetting your position? Ah, good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I've got that bound to a key because in this one you've got to be quite well positioned, or you end up looking at your own chest.
Yeah, exactly.
Not very.
When I came back out of VR, I was sitting on my own shoulder. It's very disconcerting.
So remember, you all know the racing line. It hasn't changed. It's a hair. Oh my god, that was an overtake. It's a hair
That's a
narrower
bit.
because of the chicane, but it's other than that, it's the same.
A good overtake?
That was really good. Yeah, you breezed past Max. I was quite surprised Max was going so slow, but I think Max might have seen you and decided not to have an
I
altercation.
was just thinking I was driving the XFG. I bet my lens track only one way, which is with the slow car.
Yeah, but you drive it in almost exactly the same way. The braking point's the same, just that the speeds are much higher. So this is 75 metres a corner. Whoa! Down to third.
Someone just hit me.
Yeah, you brake really.
Did you clip me then?
No, Max hit you, but you brake really early. I think threw him off. The brake
That's
lights.
not my fault. Not my fault.
If you brake outside of the braking zone, though, someone isn't going to react.
Yep.
Like here, I have the right of way.
How does right of way work then?
If you hit me, you're the one that get black flagged. But essentially, when you're going around, when you approach a corner, whoever is in front has right of way. So what happens in F1 is they'll take a bad racing line, get in front of the other person, who then has to let them in, or ramp them. You know, there's the other options.
Seems underhand.
Well, that's racing. Otherwise,
That's racing.
Otherwise, the only way to beat someone is if they screw up or you have a much faster car. But it's risky.
Having a much faster car doesn't seem fair either.
But if you get in front, if you screw up getting in front of them, then you completely ruin your race and you lose quite a lot of time. So there's risk reward there. This car has no lights, it has no horn, it has no brake lights, no number plate. The car makes me rubbish. A little bit slow, Jay.
You know, I think I slowed down too much because I forgot the brakes are a lot better.
Yes. That was a really good overtake maneuver, actually, on my part. The thing, are these speeds... Well, no, it was really
I
good.
did see you, but I wasn't actually sure what side you was going to go.
The thing is, Max, at these speeds, if something goes wrong, you don't get a chance to react and save it, you're in the wall.
Yeah.
So when you do something right, it's like, yes! It feels awesome. Wait.
Also, you get to used to the speed of being tiny.
It's alright in VR. Because it's nice and I'm really close to it, but yeah, it's probably a bit tinsy in 2D. It helps when I have Esmir to follow. So gauging your own speed around corners can be quite tricky. It's better if you can follow someone. Prefer to go a little faster than them. like 8 seconds off my best lap though. That was when I was drafting as Mia.
I've just done my best speed by 3 seconds. I'm happy. That'll do me feeling right.
Hey, have you gone very quiet? Well, you have gone very quiet, I should
He
say.
was excited. One other advantage in this car, touch the chicane. You can look at the wheels when you brake. So if you're locking up, you can see the wheels stop turning.
Okay.
In VR, I don't know if you can actually see them in 2D. Some things I sometimes sit down, I scrunch down, reset the viewer, and then sit up straight. To raise my head.
I need to make the smallest text size bigger, if that's possible in this game. The stuff in the corners, the tiny text in the corner, like the console text, I'm having trouble seeing when I'm
I
driving.
believe you can set that in settings.
Yeah, I think you choose the font size.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that then.
Wow! 6 seconds.
What is your time, Jay?
1:30.
Get in there.
I'm actually surprised how fast this car handles the corners.
It's got aero.
I need to trust the brakes a bit more.
Yes.
Yep. The braking
So
points are about the same as they are with the XFG. It's just that you approach the corner at 150, not 90.
So I've actually got that retarder set on mine, so my braking point is more like 100. Otherwise, it doesn't react. Like it takes it
Gotcha.
longer for the pedal to go down.
A few minutes ago I could hear you, but now you are completely lost behind
Is
the
that
noise.
better?
No, it's not you, Jay. It's fine.
I think what's actually happened is Sai hasn't realised these cars are a lot louder than the other ones.
Yes.
I could hear him at the start of the race.
When you weren't driving. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, but you were all sitting there revving your engines.
No wind noise
Welcome to
though.
Star Wars.
Damn, this car's fast around the corners.
Is it? I don't know. I haven't been brave enough to try.
I was actually slower on that lap. Wow.
I only really put my foot down on the straight.
Putting your foot down on the corners is absolutely fine. I'm taking corners at like 80, 85 mile an hour.
It's so different from the last car we were driving. I'm having trouble switching modes.
I mean, I've driven one of these, and it was an incredible experience. They are not like a road car. It is absolutely bonkers. Just so much grip. No power steering, no servo-assisted brakes. To brake, you put all your weight on the brake pedal.
Oh wow! So the person in front of me is quite far away, and they are like not rubber banding so much as I'm getting really occasional updates of their position until I get close to them, and then it gets a bit more frequent.
That might be me, I think.
Damn you, Schalke. I did try and catch up.
I did spin out even once, so that was weird that you didn't catch up.
Well, I was quite a way behind, to be fair.
And he was stuck behind me for quite a while.
That's all right. I enjoy winning, but I enjoy driving quickly around racetracks with my friends, which should be a name for a game.
Oh shit!
There
Did
you
you
go,
do that then?
What? Sorry?
127.
How do you drive around tracks quickly, or?
Has someone got McDonald's?
What if they have? Oh, there you go, Red Side. Record from you, 131.
It's Adam just drinking liquid from his drinky cup.
My Quest 2 battery is low. All right. Oh, wait. It just went battery low and then off. Well, I think we should probably end the stream there. And oh no, it's back. I'm gonna be very pissed off if I can't do a stream. Like it's a high power socket. Ugh.
Would you like to do one more, or do you think you're going to be flat?
Well, I'll keep going till I can't see anything.
Okay then.
I would like to do one
Maybe a
more,
little after that.
one more in the FBM, and then one in the F1 car, which makes this thing look like a toy, and then bed. So you guys are kind of got hands
one
on
more
the
in
horse.
this car, yes.
We have another FBM. I mean, you guys, hopefully you're beginning to learn the braking points, how fast you can go around corners, all of that stuff. Don't jump the lights.
Why not? That's what I'm good at.
Well, you know that one time that Adam didn't say that, and we all did?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to let you guys go front. Doesn't help in VR, there's a massive, like, ridge to my side that I can't look in my rear quadrant. The other thing in VR, once you've been playing this a lot, you do get very good at looking at your mirrors a lot. Try and keep an eye on where people are. And I was very pleased when I watched.
I think Chalker's going to overtake me.
Yeah. You have to get a certain amount of confidence to look away from straight ahead
Yes.
for that.
Well, when I was watching the stream back of me and Esmir, when we did those amazing set laps, with Shauka just behind Esmir just in front, I was checking my mirrors constantly, and I was very pleased about that.
Your driving examiner would have been pleased.
Well, a lot of it's supposed again because I did my motorbike test relatively recently, and it's enjoyed it to you, and you have to every 10 seconds. If you're not doing anything, check one of your mirrors.
Yeah, I mean on driving tests they tell you make it really obvious and sort of exaggerate, just to eliminate any chance of them not spotting, because they're not perfect. Examiners make mistakes and they don't see every mirror check.
Or even more so in a motorbike, because obviously they can't see your ride. You have to obviously exaggerate head left and right.
Right.
I do it a lot because on a motorbike it just becomes second habit. And I was out on a push bike last weekend and I'm like, I really miss having wind mirrors.
You can get wing mirrors for push bikes, you know.
Yeah, I know. I can also get little dangly flappy bits on the end of the handlebars, but doesn't mean I'm going to. Or I did think I could 3D print my own Smoky Dokies. When I was a grown-up and I was young, I bought a mountain bike and it was lovely, and I bought as many Smoky Dokies as I want. I had a Smoky Dokie on every spoke. I was like a kid.
Did you ever collect those things from like the Kellogg's and the Rice Krispies and that and stick them on your spokes?
Smoky Dokies.
Is that what they was called?
They sort of move up and down the spokes.
No, not those. These were like the you had like Tony, the cornflakes cockerel,
like the cards that flap.
The adverts
no,
that came.
these were like the plastic
reflectors.
things.
Little reflectors to go in your Smoky Dokie, in your spokes.
Yeah.
So basically, yes, they were hoping you would put adverts for your breakfast cereal on your bike and drive it around.
My bikes were definitely Kellogg's adverts.
Adam, I'm surprised you haven't got like an Arduino controlled LED array on your radially on your bike
You
wheel.
say that. I've actually got a set of brake and indicator lights for a push bike sitting in the cupboard if you want.
Not really. I live next to a very, very, very extensive urban bike trail, which is probably the only place I'll ever go with my bike. It's huge. There's a black route, there's a quarry, there's jumps and ramps and gravel roads. And...
We've got one of those. You should come down here and try ours.
Are you talking about the one at Ashford?
No, I'm talking about Gravesend Cycler Park.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to anywhere dangerous with that name.
What, Gravesend? It's massive. It's a lovely place.
Yeah, but with a really, really, really positive sounding name.
The Sikh mosque there is.
Like, do you think Graves are negative then, Adam?
Well, they do insinuate, having failed to live any longer.
Yeah, but this is Gravesend. It's the end of Graves. You should be happy.
Oh, okay, no, that's good. That just makes it sound like we've run out of room and everyone has to be. Fuck, I'm out.
That is very close to where I spent most of my childhood.
But don't get me wrong, people do die in Gravesend.
Stop from falling into graves.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Max. Stay where you are. I was like, don't take me out for fuck's sake.
I've got to get a complete lap on this track, this thing.
Good lap, Shelka.
This fucking giant moth is really beginning to piss me off. It keeps flying in front of the monitor.
Turn the light on.
The light is on,
Turn the light off.
but the monitor's brighter.
Get a brighter light bulb.
Yeah, but they're missing more interesting colours.
Fire a laser pointer at it.
I haven't got one.
I seem to do better with these reaction cars.
You do better with what, Shauka?
Reaction cars. That's
Reaction cars.
reaction cars which have like good brakes, and it's more about reacting to the road rather than braking in time.
Yeah, but you should still be braking at the right point. The thing is, if you do make a small mistake, this thing has the horsepower of the braking and the steering to make up for it. Whereas the smaller cars, if you screw it up, it's quite hard to come back from that.
Was it me, or does this have a better viewpoint than the BMW we was driving last week?
This is the
Like
same thing.
Formula 1 BMW.
Oh, well, yeah, because this isn't a Formula 1 car. This is a little BMW.
Yeah, I'm saying like the windscreen's lower. You've got more view of the track.
Yeah, but this car also does 130 miles an hour, whereas the other car, one car does 200 miles an hour. Okay.
Eee, don't come over! Don't come over!
Hit him, Shauka, hit him.
He smoked me.
Bye. Wow, I just
Oh, there's
wow.
Max, there are plumes of dust coming off the back of your car.
And what did we learn?
The plural, I don't know, you tell me.
Someone just overtook me and then crashed.
I don't know who.
Someone in a tan-coloured car.
Abby J.
That wasn't me. I'm in grey.
Max is in a blue car.
Oh, well, it's because it's dusk and everything's a bit yellowed, so it was you.
Well, I'm so glad that was the end of the race. My clutch is louder at like 90% dead.
Really?
Yeah,
But
and
how?
that last spin, the last spin just really fucked me.
Oh, right, you can crash.
Yeah, also didn't like fifth gear in the gravel. Oh, have we finished or have we not finished?
One just now.
Shauka's finished. Oops. Oh no!
Oh, shit,
no! I
still
just
got
changed.
one.
I just changed down a gear rather than up. Whoops! I did it like 50 yards from the finish line and just coasted over. Okay, cool. Well, we'll do one more, and we'll do it on in the F1 car, which is
Yeah, I'm gonna accept a DNF on this one.
I can't move anymore. I broke the car going over the finish line. It has no handbrake, does it?
Oh, Esme's joined.
No, that's Ez.
Is that not Esme?
No, Esme's nickname is Esmia. Anyway, if we end the race, then we can choose F1 cars.
Oh, let me finish.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought you had.
Oh, 130, there we go.
I haven't finished. I'm 100% clutch usage.
You are finished.
Oh, good, you are
I've
finished.
got cramp in my toes again. Is that too much salt or not enough salt?
Sixth gear, 3
can't-
miles per hour.
Yeah, Jay, just hit end. Does that make us wait for you? I wish this. I'm looking forward to games with hand tracking, so I'd be able to like shake my fist and stuff at you. So BMW
Nice.
Sauber, the very bottom right-hand car.
I don't like that one.
Need a button that you can press that shakes a fist at people. There's no way I'm letting go of the steering wheel.
You're using both hands on your steering wheel.
Yes, should be.
Well, I'm not driving with my feet, if you want to get into that.
Well, actually, I had a glass of Coke in one hand, mouse in the other hand, and I was driving with my left hip. But
That explains why your driving was so terrible.
So this car is much faster, but you don't have to do anything fancy. This has all the toys, all the bells and whistles, so just hoon it.
Which one are we choosing, sorry?
The bottom right one, very bottom right one.
BF1.
Yes, it's BMW
Sauber.
Sauber F1. It's an actual F1 car with a license, which is amazing for a small game like this to get. Yeah.
so I did look at it. It is an actual licensed car, and they do use this simulator apparently.
Yes. Lack of potassium. What's got potassium in it that doesn't look like a dick?
Bananas.
That doesn't look like a dick.
Well, that's a matter of opinion, isn't it? I mean,
Salt?
if bananas look like dicks to you,
No, salt is potassium chloride, isn't it? No. Yeah.
Sodium.
Sodium chloride, yeah, not potassium chloride. That's low salt and it's horrible. Oh, that poor guy's in the FBM still.
why you can't tell the difference between dicks and bananas.
One skin.
Third,
Two
fourth,
skin.
fifth, sixth, and brake. Too fast. God, this thing is just mind-boggling.
Who rear-ended me? That was Max, wasn't it?
Mountain line the game.
Quite a low position.
Yeah.
It might have been telekinesis of the latency, but I was quite far away.
I love just the instant blaming of Max when he's not.
Hey, shit, the end of the straight comes up fast, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But brake nice and early in all the corners, and then accelerate when it's safe to do so. You should do fine. But
Yeah, I think the compression's having a harder time keeping up with the speed.
I mean, I don't think
There's more change between the frames.
I don't think you see on the stream. I'm now getting really thrown around in my chair because this is much faster. Right, 110. I suspect the lap record for this car is under a minute.
Oh shit.
Holy moly, we're all very close though.
I'm really
I'm
having
going
struggle
over
to
to
see.
the right to let you pass, Adam.
Oh, that's you, is it?
Oh shit, I'm in the grass. I
Yeah.
might crash. Might crash.
I need to reset my position.
This one you can hit the chevrons because they're not slick, they're semi-slicks. Whoops, daisy.
Can we not change the tyres?
Think we can.
Yeah, but these are F1 tyres.
You know what you're doing enough to change the tyres?
Your personal best.
Jay,
Excellent.
what would you change the tyres to exactly?
Mud tyres with a bit more grip.
Mud tyres?
Chains on them.
Did you say mud tyres?
Yeah,
did.
that's it. Set of Kingpin MTs. Oh,
On the skinny tyres from my i3s.
So that the end of the straight is braking upwards of 200 miles an hour down to about 60. My chair is just... I'm all the way forwards. My seat belt's the only thing stopping me punching my face on the steering wheel.
hi Shulker. Hi Shulker.
No,
Was that you that just drove past me?
We
I didn't see
parked
much.
at the side of the road,
Yeah.
and that was me.
Come on, lap record,
Oh.
come on. Damn it. Oh, it is. Cool, 2 seconds on my lap record.
Oh.
Right, who's fucking up at the chicane? Oh, what's going on here? Beep, 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 beep.
What isn't going on?
Oh, I was hitting my
Beep.
horn, but it wasn't making any noise.
F1 cars don't have horns, we've been over this. They don't
Well, they
have,
should do.
they don't have indicators either.
Shit.
That's fine. I drive a BMW. I don't need indicators.
Adam,
Yo.
you've done something strange on the stream.
Stop hitting me with your car, Roadhog.
What's the
Stop turning and braking when it's not expected.
Oh, right at the corner.
What's
You're
exactly?
braking and turning.
You
Not
do,
too
that's
early.
around
Hey,
your rig, but
You can't make it around the corner when there's no one near you. Whereas I crash when you're with me.
Max, I'm funny feeling other people
Sorry,
say,
I
have you
didn't get a
muted
word of that
before?
too many
So,
people.
everyone shut the fuck up. Thank you. Max, what was that, please?
you seem to have alt tapped. Task switched. That's when it tells me. Oh no, it's bounced back again. I think when you hit one of your buttons, it's doing something strange to the screen.
Okay.
There we go, you've done it. You just did it then. Now you look at your desktop.
Unfortunately, I can't see it because I'm in VR. Don't know why.
Okay then. Press a button. Just keep driving up.
I'm not. Is it when I change down again? I'm only pressing 2 buttons. Change up, change down.
What? Making it all tab and sit.
Oh, I think I know what it is. My trackball is probably vibrating and hovering over something. It's on my head before when the motion rig's too intense. Yes, Max, I think we may have had you muted from when we played a previous game. So Jay inside just had an entire conversation over you.
Yeah.
Yep, no idea who's talking.
Apologies for that.
I love this car.
Well, we were talking about what was happening, didn't hear him, so that is why.
Max seems very muffled as well, like he's got his thumb over his mic or something. Is he holding the microphone in his got while he's talking?
Well, that wouldn't be muffled.
I can start my car. That was for me.
Fair. I am having problems hearing anyone really, because this car is so loud.
Yeah, I know what it is. The car's so loud it's actually switching my hearing aids over to protect.
Second place, Si. Well done. Fair and square, you've earned that as well. Don't want to let you pass. Wait, what happened to Shark? Did he come to a sticky end?
My engine shut down at night, so...
I'm really struggling with my headset staying up. It's sliding down.
Is this the Quest 2?
Yeah, I might need to get that other strap for it. Yeah.
Yeah. The Elite strap is... Well,
I assume that makes it like a PlayStation one, does it?
Essentially, do you have a 3D printer or know someone who's got one?
No.
Well, for about...
I'll get one day. I'm going to wait till they're really good and then buy one.
Oh, they're already good. For about 4.5 pence, you can print an occipital lobe strap, which makes a huge difference to how good the headset is.
Yeah. 3D printers will get better though.
I hope so. That is the way things work.
So I'm going to buy a future one, not a present day one.
The problem is to get that 4.5 pence strap, and you have to have like quite a lot of money invested in a 3D printer.
Oh, I mean, I think my first 3D printer was what? Was it 80 quid?
Your first one was awful.
Yeah, that's not the point. It'll print this. I mean, remember, if you're doing functional prints versus decorative prints, you have a different set of requirements.
I do have one question with regards to 3D printers.
No.
Is anybody selling one before I go and buy one off of eBay?
I mean, in theory, yes, but like fuck am I bothering to pack it up and post it to you?
Okay. Slightly confused, but okay.
Well, I've got 4 printers and I use one. Because I've outgrown the others.
What do you mean you've outgrown them?
So the first printer I got was a 60mm per second Core XY. The second one I got was a slightly bigger 100mm printer. And then I went to a much bigger 120mm printer, and now I've got an even bigger 200mm printer. So it's faster and better in all respects, and I just don't use the other ones. They're just in the garage. I'm happy to do one more and restart, by the way. I've just checked my view. It's all good.
Did you say you was changing the car after this one?
No, this is the F1 car.
How can I make it quieter without...
Escape,
like the
options,
game volume is...
audio.
No, the game volume is on 0.1.
There's no game volume. Do you mean car sound volume?
Yeah, that's on 0.1. Oh, hang on. Window speed. I can turn it down in that, can't I? So I can hear what people are saying.
Right, catch you later.
Bye.
Lagos.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's far better. I've stuck it on 10%. That's far superior. Shift R or Shift X?
R in this case. It's just you, me, and Jimbo. What the fuck? Who was that? Was that you or Jimbo?
Wasn't me. He stopped to let you out though, so he realised he fucked up.
I don't think my car is steering anymore.
Oh shit! Want to restart?
Yeah, like he just. But yeah, he just. That was good, but he just decided just to plough into me. I should just do the smiley face thing. There we go.
Bollocks.
Ah.
Wrong button. Is it me or is it getting time to...
Never jump the lights. Never guess. Wait till it goes there. Look over on the right-hand side. Just stare at that. Don't look at anything else. When it goes 3 reds, put your foot down.
Oh, it shows it there. I'm looking at the ones at the top.
I look there on the ones on the right, because then I'm not looking at other people who confuse me.
I didn't ever notice them before.
Whoops, a bit fast. So who's in first then? You or Jimbo?
That's not me.
Okay, headset power is low.
I'm taking it easy. I'm
Back in your headset.
still learning. Do you want this high power supply that I've
Yikes,
got?
what are you doing, you total fuck nugget? No, I've got a high power one. It's plugged into a high power one.
Is it 8 amp?
3.
One that I've got
8.
sitting here in the cupboard.
There's no such thing as an 8 amp.
It's an 8 amp.
There's no
but
such thing
it's
as USB 8 amp power.
It's split over 4 ports.
Right, so
It
it's
will
not
take
8 amps.
maximum. It will take maximum of 4 amps over 2 ports.
Okay, well,
or
I have
2 amps over
yeah,
4 ports.
I have. I think my most powerful charger is a 100-watt charger. I have plenty of power, but it's not delivering it to the Oculus at the right rate. I've checked. It does this Oculus pulls 3 amps. I'm in a 3 amp socket. Yeah, that guy braked so early for the straight. There's nothing I could do apart from just to plough into him while swearing.
Yeah, I'm sort of hanging back because of...
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
like
wanna-
you're a quarter of a lap back. Don't make out that's why you're back there.
No, I'm just taking it easy, enjoy.
You're taking it easy in an F1 car.
Yeah, I'm just doing like 80 to 100 mile an hour.
Like first gear then.
Oh shit, I just spun.
Yeah, think about low gears. Lots and lots and lots of torque.
Hmm. So let me open my brake balance or some shit. I've got like a orange thing flashing up on the screen, orange triangle with like a refresh thing in it.
An orange triangle.
Yeah, with like a refresh restart symbol around the outside of it.
What are you talking about? There's no HUD in this game. I mean, on the car.
So on the dashboard, you know when you press F5 and get the other dashboard up?
No.
With the on-screen gauges?
No.
Right, well there's an on-screen gauge. In the middle of the on-screen gauge there's like an engine warning light, but it's got like a... I suppose the only way to describe it is like a boost button.
Okay, go.
Like it,
Oh, I can't display that one on in VR.
no, it's weird. Like it's going on and off. Like when I'm getting up to full speed, it's coming on.
Traction control, stability control.
No idea. It's not a symbol I recognise on any vehicles that I've ever driven or seen or...
Go on, put your foot down.
It's almost like the caution handbrake is on light. Like a triangle.
The triangle is usually ESP. The yellow triangle, the exclamation mark is ESP. Oh my god, what are you doing?
What the fuck? Who just flipped me upside down?
Because you were doing about 70 miles an hour in the fucking fast lane. I was doing 210.
Oh! I thought you was talking to the other dude.
No, he left.
Oh. Well, this is a nice view. Would you like to ring it up?
Nah, my head is about to go flat.
I think I'm pretty done for tonight. I'm going to have a look and find out what that symbol is anyway. Because that's a weird one.
Is it a yellow triangle with what inside it?
There's a yellow triangle with an exclamation mark.
ESP.
But it's got an orange line going around the outside of it that keeps getting bigger and smaller.
That's ESP.
Is there a button to use that?
No, that
do something with it?
That means it's keeping you going in a straight line. Which is...
Oh.
I'm a bit screwed. My car's back in. Anyway, we'll call it that because someone broke my car. There's no slow lane.
My phone's closed as well for some reason, so I don't know what that's about.
See, now I have to turn my projector on because... Why? Yeah, my projector's loudspeakers. Anyway, everyone, thank you for watching. I like that game a lot. It's always a lot of fun. Hope you enjoy watching me get thrown around. And we'll be back tomorrow, probably Farming Sim.